We're here. In our year Lord 2026. I am happy to say we've entered a new year. There are new teams. There are new faces, old faces. It's a rebrand, new rules, old rules still there. Ladies and gentlemen, we're back. We are freaking back. It's the UFL season. Oh my gosh. It's back. The United Football League is back. Oh, I can't wait. This is going to be so sweet. Oh, man. All right. First of all, we got a lot to talk about. There's a lot that needs to be discussed, ladies and gentlemen. First of all, we got to discuss about the elephant in the room, which is what's new. This is a complete rebrand of this league. Complete rebrand. There I say. Anyways, cheers to everybody. Cheers to everybody. Oh, yeah. It's good to be back. I have not streamed a football game since December. That's the last time I streamed a football game. That was back in December. And teaching really just kept me busy, and then had a busy break. But man, we're here. We are freaking here. All right. We need to discuss the elephants in the room. The first thing we have to discuss is the new teams. So, if for some reason you guys have been living under a rock, let's break it down. So, after the 2025 season, there were rumors that the Stallions, the Panthers, the Showboats, and the Roughnecks were going to be relocated somewhere. And there were some that were true. Some of them were false. Stallions stayed. The city of Houston stayed, but the UFL decided to say goodbye to the Showboats, the Panthers, and the Brahmas. Panthers and Brahmas were definitely one of the most surprising. So, how did they do it? Well, they rebranded the Houston market, and they brought in 3 new markets. Houston got rebranded to the Houston Gamblers, and we announced the new markets in Columbus, Louisville, and Orlando. The Columbus became the Aviators. Louisville has become the Kings, which you will see tonight, and the Orlando Storm. And Dallas also the Renegades rebranded their market to Dallas. So that was it. That is what is new coming into play. Also, the new rules. So now, if you kick a field goal for 60-plus yards, you get 4 points instead of 3. So there are 4-point field goals if you were asking about it. Yes, sir, random guy. Here we go. Also, he's also streaming the game. He is a certified Stallion fan. He's also streaming the game as well. Feel free to check him out as well. He is a really awesome spring football fan. He has all the knowledge, and also he is a Seahawks fan. He's definitely happy with the Super Bowl. So yes, random guy. Here we flippin' go. So let's talk about tonight's matchup, right? So we have the Birmingham Stallions, the dynasty, who won back-to-back champions, 2-time USFL champion and 1-time UFL champion. That won champions back-to-back. Last year, the Stallions, I believe, went 7-3. I believe either they went 8. I think they went 8-2 or 7-3. But regardless, they have that record. But this was the first time in the Stallions' history in the modern spring football era that the Stallions did not make it to the championship. they got eliminated by the Michigan Panthers. And the Michigan Panthers lose, and then, of course, the DC Defenders won it. Yours truly. So now, but there was a surprise move that really shook everybody of the Stallions. Skip Holtz leaving. So Skip Holtz, who coached the Stallions for 4 years, left the team. And that left everybody in the spring football community in shock. Because now you have to ask yourself a question. What the heck? Who are the Stallions going to hire to replace, to fill in the shoes that Skip Holtz left? Because that is mighty big shoes to fill in. So the Stallions decided to take a gamble and hire a person who never had any head coaching experience before, and that is A.J. McCarron. A.J. McCarron, yes, the A.J. McCarron who quarterbacked Alabama, the same quarterback that was on the Cincinnati Bengals in the wild card in 2015, and the same A.J. McCarron that was the starting quarterback for 2 seasons on the St. Louis Battlehawks in 2023 and 2024 seasons, right? So they decided to bring him in. But fortunately, they do bring in a quarterback that is very familiar with the team, and that is Matt Corral. Matt Corral out of Ole Miss. So Matt Corral was on the team from last year, but he suffered an injury. So last year for the Stallions, the quarterback was funky for the Stallions because originally it was Alex Magoo. It was Alex Magoo that was the starting quarterback. Then he got banged up the high hell after getting sacked about 7-8 times against the defenders. And then literally the first play of the game in week 2 against the Michigan Panthers, he already suffered a shoulder injury. So that's where Matt Corral came in. Matt Corral came in, and about several weeks later, he gets hurt. So the Stallions went to Case Cookus, and Case Cookus gets hurt. And then for the rest of the year, they went for Jamar Smith. None of these quarterbacks are on the roster but Matt Corral. Matt Corral is pretty much the only veteran on the quarterback with him because now the backup quarterbacks are Michael Hyers and Donovan Smith. And Donovan Smith used to be on the Houston Gamblers spot, but he was released because of roster cuts. So that is where the Stallions are at in the quarterback positioning. Matt Corral's familiar, but like I said, the only thing that I complain about with Matt Corral is his mobility. He can be good pocket presence when he has a clean pocket, of course, but whatever he needs to run, he needs to work on that. And also, there's some new players in the backfield. So also, former San Antonio Brahma player Anthony McFarland Jr. is now part of the backfield with the Birmingham Stallions. There was also supposed to be John Ross, former first-round pick, but he is listed as inactive tonight. So you're going to have Justin Ross, Dywood Davis is in there, Deion Kane, and of course, NFL veteran receiver Laviska Shenault, former Panther and former Jacksonville Jaguars. What's up, Base? How are we doing? Been a while. Yeah, I think it's been December, my man. It's really good to see you again. Again, I'm probably not going to do this much, but I know for a fact we are doing these UFL streams right here, and I'm happy with that. And then, of course, on the defensive side, let's see. You got Ty Crowder, which I believe that's going to be a very big pickup for the Birmingham Stallions here. Let's see. Who else did they pick up here? JoJo Tillery still there. They got Trey Norwood, TJ Carter. So, yeah. He was on the Seahawks. That's right. Laviska Shenault was on the Laviska Shenault was on the Seahawks. That's right. So, kind of talking about the Stallions here. Now we're going to transfer over to the new kids on the block, the Louisville Kings. So, the Louisville Kings technically represents these Memphis Showboats because while they are new markets, they are replacing some of these franchises. So the Louisville Kings are replacing the Memphis Showboats. The Columbus Aviators are the Michigan Panthers, and the Orlando Storm is the San Antonio Brahmas. But the Louisville Kings, they're interesting. Despite being placed at the bottom of the barrel, Dan, what big games are Lusky? Wait, give me context on that. Can you please give me context on, Dan, what big games are Lusky? Give me context, please. So the Kings are going to start Jason Bean as their quarterback, who used to be with the Kansas Jayhawks about several years ago. I think around 2021, 2022 season, I believe. He was a highly prospected quarterback from Kansas. And the backfield contains a Benny Snell. Benny Snell used to be a running back for the Pittsburgh Steelers. And so my receivers, there are some notable players like Javonte Payton, who used to be on the Renegades, but Isaiah Winstead. But the biggest signing that they got is Lucky Jackson, former defender. Back in 2023, he was a former defender in 2023, and he played a big role with Chris Blair on that receiving core and that offense. So very big. So I hope Lucky Jackson. That is definitely going to be my key player to watch. Lucky Jackson. Let's see here. Tugboat, what did you say? Give me a second here. Dan Type Simpson is the best quarterback in the draft because he thinks Mendoza has no big games. Did he not see Fernando Mendoza torch Oregon twice? Yeah, he threw it. Yeah, I mean, and here comes the cap. Yes, I mean, of course. Fernando Mendoza, freaking, he threw pick six against Oregon the first game, but on the second go round, he kicked their butts. He kicked Oregon's butt. He kicked their butts. There's no denying it. And also, he went undefeated. So it makes sense why Mendoza is up way much higher than Ty Simpson. I'm sorry. But yeah, Lucky Jackson, definitely a key player to keep an eye on. What is up, RFK? St. Louis will go 162-0. We are back. And of course, Jesus is Lord. He is Lord indeed. He died for us. He gave us life. And talk about the Kings defense. There's a former Jet on the Kings defense, and that is Bryce Hall. Oh my gosh, Bryce Hall. He was one of the picks in 2020. He was a cornerback on the Jets from Virginia in the 2020 draft. Oh my goodness. What's up, Fly? How are we doing? Just in time for UFL football. Get your drink. Take your drink, guys. Cheers to the United Football League, everybody. Cheers to that. Cheers to that. Oh, and also, they're also going to the Kings are also going to be without their star receivers, Jonathan Adams. Jonathan Adams is going to be on IR, so he's going to miss at least 4 games for the Kings. But another thing about this game is officially sold out. The game is sold. The tickets are sold out in Lynn Family Stadium. I see you have those hats they have losing. Let's see. I see you have those hats when they have a losing team in case they won the title. Didn't know they sold them. They went to Africa. The New Jersey Jets. Yeah, might as well rebrand the Jets to the New Jersey Jets. And yes, regardless who wins, the horse team is going to win. The horse team is definitely going to win. Oh, man. Like I said, this weekend. So we're going to do 3 games. We're going to do this game. Then we're going to do my team. Let me put this down. We are going to do my team tomorrow at 12 Eastern against the hated Battlehawks. And of course, Sunday night between the Aviators and the Storm. So that is mainly who we got going on today. Yes, this is indeed horse football. This is horse football indeed. Yes, Kitty is here. Manny's here, everybody. Manny is indeed here. Oh, this is what the game to start. Come on. It's already 8, man. I just want the game to start. Oh, my gosh. So, here I guess what I'm rooting for. You are rooting for the Stallions? Oh, you were talking about – all right, okay. I know you were talking to me about Jack Plummer. He's now going to be the starting quarterback for the Storm, which is shocking to me because I thought it was going to be Dorian Thompson-Robinson. I thought DTR was going to be the start. The horse. Yeah, right. He's rooting for the horse team. But I know he's a Stallion fan. Lol, Storm. Can you imagine, like, Anthony Beck is going to rebrand the Storm to the freaking he's going to rebrand the Storm to the Battlehawks. Just hype him up to high heck and then just lose in the first round. Imagine. Just imagine. Plumber should be a plumber. This is going to be a mouthful. Plumber's plumbing business. We got All American Wrestling Show. How do you feel about Sam Darnold winning a Super Bowl? It definitely stink because given the fact that he was drafted by the Jets and then he won a Super Bowl with the other team. But at the same time, it's like Sam Darnold definitely lived to his redemption arc. That is definitely something that I will say. So Sam Darnold deserved it. He definitely deserved it. And also JSN deserved that with that big contract that he just been given. So yeah, he's a Jets fan. He doesn't know what Super Bowl is. In my lifetime, no. But you know who doesn't know what a Super Bowl is? Browns fans, Lions fans, Texans fans, Jaguar fans. Yeah, he's a Super Bowl QB before the Jets. And there's AJ McCarron, the new head coach. And also Chris, and if you guys don't remember who's the head coach for the Louisville Kings, that is Chris Redmond. He used to be quarterback for the Louisville Cardinals. I will say for the helmets on the Stallions, they do look better. I will say they do look better. Yeah, RFK's just trolling. He claims that Super Bowl 3. He claimed that the Jets cheated Super Bowl 3. So that's his thing. It's Louisville. It's Louisville. 1969. Jets won a second Broadway Joe. No, Jets only won once. They only won once. Yeah, it was the biggest upset in NFL history. Super Bowl 2 was it was Packers Raiders. I witnessed Super Bowls 48 and 60. Hey, good for you, man. Good for you, All American Wrestling. Really good for you. I am so excited for this. Anyways, All American Wrestling. Who is your UFL team? I'm dying to know. It sounds to me you are a Seahawk fan. Sounds to me you're a Seahawk fan. Sounds to me you are a Seahawk fan. The Jets cheated. Oh, so is this how? So you're saying the Jets have their Super Bowl victory vacated and give it to the Colts? Stallions since the first season. Oh wow! So Stallions since the USFL returned in 2022. Awesome. That is awesome. So I feel like a lot of people are going to be rooting for this. A lot of people are going to be rooting for the Stallions because they're the dynasty team. They are the dynasty team. But I really want to see if Louisville Kings can try to keep up with the Stallions. That's what I'm wanting to see. I want to see if they are going to be able to accomplish what they did. But yeah, there's no salary. Yeah, there is no. Yeah, so right now there no salary. It's not like the UFL. Everybody gets paid. I think everybody gets paid in like a fixed amount. I know there was some drama in the second UFL season where the court, like, there was like a little strike that happened that they wanted a little bit more extra pay. Yeah, but of course, if you're a Stallions fan, like, you really you always got to appreciate what Skip Holtz did. Like, Skip Holtz really built this. He built the foundation of this dynasty. But now with him gone, it's like, okay, so what can the Stallions do? Geno Smith to UFL. If he sucks that much with the Jets, he might as well be a starting quarterback in 2027. It kind of felt like, because that was a shocking release. Like, whenever we heard like Skip Holtz getting released from the Stallions, that was definitely like one of the shocking news of spring football, because he was there for 4 seasons and he won championships with 3 of the 4 seasons. So yeah, like, I don't agree. I don't blame you for thinking that he can be a traitor. I don't blame you for that. I really don't. But yeah. So wait, what's the purple thing by my name? The purple thing by your name? I think that the purple thing by your name. Hold on. I think I know what you're talking about, but I'm going to double check to make sure. Oh, so there's a thing going on. It's just, for this video, that means like you're considered a top fan for this video. So you can earn points by talking into chat, or had even given like donations. So that is pretty much how you can get those points. Yes, the leaderboard, the X leaderboard, the Houston Jags. Imagine, looks like a pretty sky. I heard I'm hearing the weather in Louisville. It's cold. I'm hearing it is cold there. I think if the feel like temperature there, it's like around the late 30s or low 40s, from what I'm hearing. So that's just something that you do. Yeah, temperature 45 degrees, wind is 11 miles an hour, but it feels like 38. So it's a bit cold. It's a little bit chilly. But here we are in a sellout crowd. Looks like Louisville, Birmingham is going to kick off. But Green Bay 49ers, San Fran Packers. It's mid-high 40s near Lexington, about a 40-minute to an hour drive away. Okay, so you're near there. And ladies and gentlemen, we are underway. Louisville will take a field. We'll get past the 30, and he's going to get down around the 32. And here comes the starting quarterback of the Louisville Kings, Jason Bean. What's supposed to be 56? Jason Bean. 2,130 yards. He has 18 touchdowns, 7 interceptions in his 2023 campaign with Kansas, Arizona Lambs, and LA Cardinals. Bean Sean. Yeah, why? So 1 letter difference means we had a chance to hold pronunciation. You got 10 fans here. You got 10 viewers here. Let's go. Bean's gonna hand this off. I think that is to Benny Snell, but that's going to get picked up for about a yard or 2. That was number 26, Benny Snell. He used to be the running back of the Pittsburgh Steelers. He used to be the running back for the Pittsburgh Steelers. But keep an eye on the right side, number 0, Lucky Jackson. He is He is one of the most sleeper pickups of this offseason. Bean's going to keep it to himself. Bean going to the left sideline, and he's going to get a first down. He will step out of bounds at the 43. So that is a first down pickup for the Louisville Kings. Nice use of the legs by Bean. Coward, run it yourself, Bean. Is Pittsburgh still here? If they ain't no 0 points. Pittsburgh is not here. But remember, the San Antonio Brahmas did not score any points in the UFL championship game. At the 43, Lucky Jackson going in motion on your right side. Bean dropping back. He's going to throw it just far away from Snell, the intended target, and that will go incomplete. RFK is upset. There might be a chance I might be behind. So you fans might be seeing something that you're going to be far ahead, and then I'm going to be far behind. So just putting that as a disclaimer. Should I go to Louisville and streak at anger? Sounds like you would do that. Make sure you get a decoy, like that one guy did in the Super Bowl. Snell gets the carry, and he is going to get down at the 45. So now we are looking at 3rd and 8 now, with a 2-yard pickup from Snell. You get 2 decoys. He's going to get 2 decoys, one from each end. So RFK is going to get 2 decoys. He's going to be in the middle, and he's going to have his decoys placed in the south and the north end of the and he decoys fire. Exactly. He's going to be his decoy. I pay minimum wage. He's going to pay $7.25. Bean dropping back. Bean throwing it. And that's going to be bobbled up. And it's going to be intercepted by the Stallions. After playing a game of pickleball or volleyball, the Stallions have coughed it up. That was Deontay Johnson coming away with the pick. And they're already going to start in Louisville territory. That was all on the receiver. Boing, boing. Hits his hands, hits his helmet. Just tries to get it back. That was Davidson. Zach Davidson trying to reach it to his hands, and he just could not reach it back. Man. And like that, the Stallions will get the ball with the interception. Wow. So now we're going to get to see the entrance of Matt Corral early on. And that is going to be a 1-yard pickup. That's going to be 1-yard pickup. I think that was Snoop Connor with the run. What up, Red Black? How are we, Union? Watching the game and Johns versus Duke. Oh, it's St. John's versus Duke for Sweet 16. That's right. Hi. Good to see you again, Red Black. Good to see you again. We're looking at 2nd down and 9. And it looks like we're going to get some laundry. We got some laundry on the field. False start number 8. That's Deion Kane will get penalized for a false start. Bama legend Coach Stallions. Ain't surprised. Deion Kane, he's a veteran of the Stallions for a while. He's definitely a key player to keep an eye out for. But anyways, 2nd down to 14, dropping back. Corral, he's going to fire a missile and gets the man. That's Justin Ross on the right hash and already in the red zone in Louisville territory. And so remember, there's a new rule in the UFL where if you are past the 50-yard line, you cannot punt. You cannot punt. People were too high on the Kings. I've seen a lot of people being a little bit low on the Kings. And I'm included. I'm included on this one too. I think they're more on the bottom half of the I'm more on the bottom half of the Kings. And that's going to be a tackle for loss by the Kings. With a loss of 1 on the play. Yeah, Matt Corral, that was a 20 for Justin Ross. That was a 28-yard pickup. I'm a little high on the Storm. I'm with Red Black. I show a lot more respect for the Storm. I'm predicting the Storm could be a playoff team. And there's Dywood Davis, I believe. Or is that? And that's already a first down. He was fighting his way. I can tell that was that. Oh, that's John Ross. That's John Ross. Number 0. The first round pick out of Cincinnati, who used to hold a record for the fastest 40-yard dash in 2017 with a 4.22. Right now, he's at the second fastest. Xavier Worthy beats him by 0.01 second. The John Ross. That is the John Ross. Third down and 1, so he's a yard short away. Heading off to Connor. Connor up the middle. He does get a first down. He's going to be stopped at the 5. So now we are in go to goal territory. I have a trade offer. Colts get Geno Trash, get AR. God, what the hell happened with AR, man? What in the world happened with AR? That was so Lord. That was AR was he just regressed big time. Connor with the carry going outside, dives to the end zone, and that is touchdown Birmingham. It's Snoop Connor with the touchdown. So the PAT system's a little bit different. You can kick extra points now. So they could go for 1, they could kick the extra point. If you want to go for 2, you can go for it at the 2. If you want to go for 3, you can go for it at the 8. Chuck Bud is here asking, what is the 4-point field goal rule? So the 4-point field goal rule works if you kick at least a 60-yard field goal. If you kick 60-plus yard field goal, you get 4 points. The kick is up, and that is no good. Way out to the left. So the score will stay 6-0 Stallions. At least they get a touchdown based on the interception. Let's see here. So basically any 60 or more is 4 points. So basically anything 60 or more is 4 points. That's exactly right. Anything 60 or more is 4 points. Yeah, I don't know how you missed that. And Bonnie Blues kids could do that. But yeah, so another rule that they did was they eliminate the tush push. Which, if I'm being honest, I hated the tush push. I hate the tush push. Yeah, that was a good opening drive by Corral. That freaking dart, that missile to Justin Ross just had that. Dang, Bonnie Blues kick. That's so, man. Safety should be. Oh my gosh, can you imagine if safety is worth 5 points? Oh gosh. Oh gosh. Oh my god, can you imagine? Like, can you imagine starting your own drive at the 5 and then you're up by 4 and you try to drive your way down the field, try to milk clock away, and they tackled you in your own end zone and they won off the safety? I think there's only one game. It's a very rare occasion where the game ended off of a safety. And I think that was it was Bengals Dolphins. That game ended. The game ended overtime on a safety. It's so weird to happen. I don't recall one year. I think it was in the early 2010s, but I know it was Dolphins Bengals. And somebody can look. If somebody can look that up and confirm that, that would be awesome. But I know one of the games was Dolphins Bengals. I was thinking Oklahoma is is that Oklahoma State in Auburn? The 1 point safety. The 1 point. What did you teach your kids today? Circles. Learn how to do parts of a circle. So like your radius, your diameter, the chord, that stuff. The 1 point safety happened with Oregon and Kansas State. I think it only happened twice. I think it was Texas Tech. And I think the other time that happened was Oregon, Kansas State in the Fiesta Bowl in 2013. Didn't even make it to the 30, and Louisville just got absolutely clobbered. But here's a notable rule change. 4-point field goals of 60-plus yarders. No punts after crossing the 50, except 2 minute when it's 2-minute warning. Oh, and also for a catch, it's no longer 2 feet in bounds. It's 1 foot now. There's 1 foot in bounds. And the ball is placed at the 40-yard line if the kick does not reach the landing zone. St. John's up by half at one time, second half kicking off now. Good like the St. John's. I like when the number 1 seed falls. I'm not even sure about the radius. Rest I know about. All I know is that the chord is like it's like any line in the circle that does not cross the center. And there is the Zach Davison with a big catch and run from Jason Beam, and he is going to get down around the 43, so pretty much back to square one on offensively. As a Kansas fan, I pray St. John's downfall. Cry more, fam. Oh, March Madness. So good. So good. That's right, he did. No, it wasn't Chris Fowler in Oregon and Kansas State. Kirk Street was there, but it wasn't Chris Fowler, I believe. I think that was Brad Nessler. It sounded like Brad Nessler in the Fiesta Bowl call. Steve Logan, the offensive coordinator. Todd Haley's offensive coordinator. He's the offensive coordinator of the Aviators. That's right. The Kings are at the 48. And that one catch to Zach Davidson was to the was for 16. Being with a catch again. And this time that's Lucky Jackson. He will get the first down to Birmingham's 45-yard line. Lucky Jackson was on the defenders in 2023. He played a pivotal role on that defenders offense with Abram Smith, Jordan Tayamu, and Chris Blair. Yeah. Hypothetically, a game could end in 1-0 at college. So I heard that I was looking up Scoregami from Secret Base, like on their history video, and that if all of a sudden, if a team quits a football game, like they will get 2-0. That's what I heard. I was at Buffalo Wild Wings watching it. Dang, someone must have been choking up on wings. And it's Jackson again. Lucky Jackson tried to break tackles, and he gets a gain of 9 to the 36-yard line. He gets a gain of 9. Lucky Jackson producing. Keep an eye on this kid. I wish the defenders could sign him again, but the Kings kind of have an idea what they're doing with this kid. Considering the fact that 2008 Auburn beat Mississippi State in 3-2, that would be insane. That's insane. In today's football world, oh my gosh. 2nd down and 1. Davidson in motion. Going to hand this off, and looks like he's going to get nowhere. That was Jaden Sheridan. with the carry. He's not going to go anywhere with the carry. Not going to get anywhere with the carry. But right now, Louisville cannot kick. They cannot punt. They're already past the 50, so they cannot punt. They cannot punt. Davidson in motion. They're going to hand us off to Sheridan again, and Sheridan gets the first down this time. Does get past the 35, so the drive will extend for the Kings. It will extend for the Kings. We have about 5 minutes left in the first quarter. So again, like the atmosphere, the game is sold out. So we have about at least around 15,000 in the stadium watching. And I also heard that the Battlehawks will have at least 31,000 in St. Louis against the Defenders, which is freaking awesome. It's going to be awesome. I'm going to hop off for a little and watch the game. All right, man. Let me know how the game went. And Sheridan tried to go up the middle for the third straight time and does not get anywhere. Does not get anywhere. And that was stopped by Isaiah Green May. See you later, Red Black. If a team has 4th and 20 at the 55, what is this, Canadian Football League? So if the team is 4th and 20 and they're at the 49, I mean, technically, you will need to go for it. You might as well just take delay of game so you can be at your own half of the field. Bean's going to keep it going right this time, but he's only going to get a gain of 2. And that was Green May again, Isaiah Green May with the tackle. So really good job. So really good stuff. Did not follow the running back. He pretty much stayed in his feet and followed Bean the whole way. So that is really good. So that is really, really good stuff from Green May. Yeah, you want the 55-yard line. That's Canadian Football League right there. Yeah, it's all good. All good. All right, Bean dropping back. 3rd and 9. He's going to go deep left side field. Oh, my goodness. Lucky Jackson mossed Trey Norwood. You remember, you need 1 foot, not 2 feet. You need 1 foot to get a catch. I think Lucky Jackson just mossed him. Got that foot? You need 1 foot. You need 1 foot. Wow. What a catch. 1 foot is required for a catch. Now they're at the 12. Bean. All right. Bean dropping back. He's going to fire to the middle. And it's Lucky Jackson again. Is that a touchdown? And it is a touchdown. Louisville Kings have scored a touchdown to Lucky Jackson. Oh, Lucky Jackson. Oh, it's so good to see him score. I love this player. Let's see. Was his knee ever touched? No. He was completely off the ground by a couple of Stallion defenders. But good stuff from Lucky Jackson. I'm about to go up and eat. All right. Hope you catch a stream later, man. Hope you have yourself a good dinner, my man. Lucky freaking Jackson. I know the King crowd loves it. And also first touchdown pass of the UFL for Jason Bean. 100%. Make this extra point. And the extra point is good. The Kings. Hey, look at the score. Just a missed tackle the moment when Jackson catches the ball. Really good stuff. The Kings lead the game 7-6. Good stuff, man. That was some good offense. Freaking Lucky Jackson carried that damn team. He carried that team. All right. I'm going to see if I can try to pull up the box score so we can talk about it. I want to see. Oh my gosh. Can you imagine if a UFL game ends off with a 4-0 tie? 4-2? That would be, you know what? That would be comedy gold. That would be comedy gold. There we go. Live stats. That's what I want to talk about. Because how many receiving yards? 50 yards for Lucky Jackson. Hot damn. Hot damn. 50 yards catching for Lucky Jackson. That kid's amazing. It's like he never left his stride from the defenders. Ah, man. But yeah. Like, come up with like, I mean, I think the weirdest score is like any scores that happened like one time. But there's also scores that are still weird enough, but for some reason there's no scoregami. Jets will go 1-16. Yeah. I don't blame you. The Jets spent a lot. They did focus a lot in free agency on the defense. I will say that for sure. I know that for a fact. Because they spent a lot on the defense. Pretty much they're trying to look for a younger core. And now Aaron Glenn is going to be calling the defense. So if he still sucks, then yeah, he's going to get fired coming up. Then he's going to get fired for sure. No, 100%. Alrighty. So now the Stallions need a response. They are now down by 1 point. Down by 1 point, 7-6, with 2:40 remaining in the first quarter. But yeah, also, you know why the jerseys are different? Under Armour used to be the supplier, but now is New Era that will supply the hats and jerseys. Oh, here's a decent kickoff. Gets to the 35. Not bad. Not bad. That it was Anthony McFarland Jr. Tampa Bay is going to be bad. Yeah, I'm shocked they did not manage to keep Mike Evans. They got to build around the McBuka. And also the defense, you lost Levante David now took retirement. So they're going to have they're going to be a lot of missing pieces at the leadership front. Mike Evans and Levante David. Those are your two crucial captains that you're going to miss. Matt Corral dropping back. He's going to go left sideline, and that is Justin Ross to the 49-yard line in Birmingham territory. John Ross with the catch. Yeah, so first down and 10. So first down and 10 at the 49. With 2 minutes remaining. Go to hand this off to Connor. Connor is going to get a gain of 5. Get a gain of 5. He was trying to rush right side. Matt Corral going perfect so far. 3 for 3 for 51 yards. Going 3 for 3. That's got, man. Oh my goodness, the bridge has lights on them, like glowing lights, like flashing lights. Like it was like purple and blue lights. Corral tried to fake the handoff, but the trickery does not work. The trickery does not work. That is Xavier Carlton with the tackle for loss. Corral was trying to distract them so long to have everybody come down, but it did not fool Xavier Carlton. It did not fool Xavier Carlton. Well played on the defensive front. It did not fool. Can't fool me, brother. And then with the rush to the 45, that is enough for a 4-yard field goal. Are we going to get that here? Or are they going to go for it? Well, we saw that extra point, and that went far left. And the Stallions decided, okay, screw it. We're going for it. So the Stallions decided to go for it on the Kings 45. McFarland up at the top. Empty backfield. Corral throws a quick one, and that is a first down for the Stallions. That is Jabree Barber. Jabree Barber with the catch and run for the first down. What's up, Serrano guy? None of bad for. I mean, it's not bad, but man, like, I think what you guys need to do is you got to cover Lucky Jackson. Like, he kind of torched you guys in the first half. Like, he was making like short catches, but those yards after catch just making you go to the open field. But yeah, the interception and then the methodical drive. We have now entered the second quarter, everybody. We have now entered the second quarter with the Kings leading 7-6. Yeah, not bad. That's not a bad start. Not a bad start. And also, thank you, All American Wrestling Show. Thank you so much for your subscription, for the subscribe. You're awesome. Thank you so much for lightening up with us. Yeah, lucky bag. No, I was happy, but also kind of mad that he decided to sign with a different team. He's like, no, the Defenders could have gotten Lucky Jackson. But I do condone the Kings for signing a sleeper pick of Lucky Jackson. So I'm like, you know what? I'll root for Lucky Jackson on the Kings. Because the Defenders are going to face it twice. So is he going to torch the Defenders? Probably. Probably going to torture them. Yeah, he's back to his Defender's roots. He was remember with him and Chris Blair? Oh my gosh, him and Chris Blair was so freaking good. It was so good. Let's see here. Random guy is streaming as well. Well, here we go. Told him I think the horse team will win. What does he think? What if he sees it? I think the horse team will win. But I do like just two horse teams. That makes the rivalry a bit more fun. So, yeah, that's going to be... Yeah. So Stallions are right now in Kings territory. They can try to retake the lead here. But yeah, just popping in. His thumbnail is just the Stallions and the Kings just playing a chess match. I love it. I think that's really freaking cool. I think that's like the only game that he's able to stream, I think, but I could be wrong. But hey, as long as he's doing his favorite team, and that's all. That is all kudos to him. That is definitely kudos to him. Alrighty, now it's completely nighttime. Completely nighttime. I do like the lights, though, for the Lynn Family Stadium. That looks really cool. Alrighty, yeah, so we have 85 total yards for the Kings, 76 for Stallions. So right now, these teams are kind of neck and neck in terms of stats, in statistics. 1st and 10 from the 38 of the Kings territory. Corral going in the middle. but it will fall incomplete, goes right through the hands of Deion Kane, and that's going to be the first incompletion for Matt Corral tonight. Impressive, though, but it can only last for so long. It can only last for so long. So second down and 10 from the 38-yard line. Just looking at shotgun formation with 4 wideouts. And there's a blitz picked up, and I think, and that's going to be out of bounds. I think that was, Jordan Thomas. He's been a tight end for this team for several years now. He's been there since 2024, I believe. I believe so. I believe he was there for a while. So now Louisville go for 3rd and 4. They go 3rd and 4. See what the gig is up. Shotgun formation, 3rd and 4. And he's going to throw a quick pass, and that's going to be deflected. He got there quick. That was Cameron Dantzler who just ran over to the receiver like a freaking missile and deflected that. That was amazing. He read that like a book. It was intended to Laviska Shenault on the screen, but he completely forgot about Kane, and he said, wait, this is going to be a screen. He's only there going to block me. So I'm going to be running straight to Shenault and at least knock the ball out of his hands. Cameron Dantzler did that. Great play from him. That was amazing. And this is Jonathan Garibay, who spent 2024 with the Renegades. And this is a 50-yarder. So not long enough for 4 points. Garibay, and that kick is blocked. The kick is blocked by the Kings. And the Kings will turn it over. Holy crap. A blocked field goal. Oh, baby. Got a big hand. Got a big hand on the ball, man. That was blocked. Kings get the ball. Kings get the ball back. Wow. That's amazing. That is amazing. Oh, my goodness. Man, is Garibay going to be their kicker for any longer? Because he missed the extra point, and now his kick got blocked. Is he going to be the kicker now? Oh, dude. Oh, dude. Like I'm already texting this random guy commenting. Yeah, the first one was him. But you could kick it high too, right? Because if you kick it high enough at the line, you can avoid the block. Like, yeah, I mean, like so random guy is pretty much saying like it's not on him, but I'm also kind of saying like, could he also kick it high enough so like the defensive lineman would not be able to block it? Like that was another thing that I was trying to say as well. Like, could you kick it high enough so it won't get blocked? So that was the other thing too. Oh my gosh, Jake Butt is the sideline reporter. Yes, Jake Butt, baby. Jake Butt. Yeah, Russell. Yeah, so for every home opener, they are halftime performers. So the Kings will bring in Russell Dickerson to bring in as the halftime for the halftime show. Looking legendary so far. And, ooh, that could have been a tackle for a loss. That one Stallion, it could have had him tackle for a loss. Could have had him. Could have had him, man. Could have had him. That was Ian Wheeler with the carry. Second down, 9. We have about 13 minutes to go until halftime. We have 13 minutes until halftime, my friends. Anyways. Second down and 9 from the 41-yard line. And that's going to be play action. Rolling to his right is Bean, and Bean's going to take off past the 45. He's going to go out of bounds around the 47-yard line. So that's about a 6-yard pickup. So you're going to be looking at a 3rd and 2 situation. So 3rd and short. So definitely doable. But you have not passed the 30 yet, so you can always punt it for sure. You can always punt it. Right now, the Kings are beating the Birminghams in terms of yardage, in total yardage, with 93 to 82 total yardage. So 2 for 3 on 3rd down conversions for the Kings on the 48-yard line, 3rd and 2. Bean dropping back, and he's going to throw it, but he's going to throw it a bit too high. Trying to intend it for Wheeler, but pressure got to him, so he wasn't able to throw it accurately to Wheeler. With the defender, when there's a defender in your face, you're not going to be able to throw a pass accurately. But thankfully, you are not at the. So thankfully, you are not at the. You're not across the 50, so you can definitely punt this for sure. So here comes the punt. And that's going to be at the 20. So now we're at the 20-yard line. That was Jandre Barber with the fair catch. Kentucky, home of bourbon. I think RFK was telling me about some things about like bourbon at one time for Kentucky. But yeah, I'm dying to know like what is going to be. Like I wonder what's going to be the attendance count for this game. I really wonder. But another thing, like having Austin Reed start over Luis Perez, that was not on my bingo card. It was not on my bingo card. Like, yep. All right, Stallion Naz. All right, Stallions are in a close one, 7-6. The Kings did punt this one away, so the Stallions do get the ball back. They're really gonna try to respond back after letting Lucky Jackson score. But yeah, so far this game is going all right. It is going all right. I always like the thing I always love about football is when we get close games. When we get close games, you got yourself a good one. But if the Stallions all of a sudden it would be poetry. The Kings win, Stallions lose. It's a battle of the horses, and it's a close game. Do you think for the near future, if this game is really close, will we see a rivalry, potential rivalry, like what we see with Defenders versus Battlehawks? Will we see between Houston versus Dallas/Arlington? Because right now, those are going to be your two dead set rivalries. Those are your two big rivalries. Because the fact that the Stallions and the Kings are horses, I say yes. Because they're trying to figure out, okay, who's gonna be the better horse. This rivalry will take the cake. The rivalry is gonna take the cake. First down to 10 at the 21 for the Stallions. Let's see here. Corral going. Ooh. That was caught. That was caught by Tyler Davis, but he definitely took a hit to the legs. Halftime. So halftime is going to be so we have 11 minutes left until the second quarter. So this here indicates the so the two you're seeing, that means it's in the middle. So we're not in halftime yet. We have about 10 minutes remaining. Stallions have the ball. Stallions have the ball at their own 23 on second down and 8. Corral going to hand this one off to Connor, and Connor is going to go ahead and will get tackled at the 26. So it looks like we're going to be looking at a 30 medium situation, specifically third down and 5 for the Stallions, and the Kings really going to try to wall them shut, try to shut them in the wall. So that is what we are looking at right here, ladies and gentlemen. Third down and 5. Third down and 5 for the Stallions. You got, looks like Justin Ross is going to go motion, 4 wideouts, and Ross is going to be the one to get it. Justin Ross will get it to the 33. So that's already a good offensive start. So already a promising start on the offense for the Stallions. Try to keep the Kings defense on their toes. Make them jitter. Make them lose confidence. Make some crucial adjustments. And Ross was able to be tackled by Corey Mayfield. He's down 10. Going to hand it off to Anthony McFarland. He's one of the faster running backs here, and he's going to get tackled at the 40. That is about a 7-yard gain for the Stallions. So you're looking at second down and 3. Second down, 3. Matt Corral, 7 for 9 for 73 yards. 73 yards. Yeah, last season, 6.2 yards per rush that led the NFL, the UFL. Second down and 2. There's a gain of 8 here then. And that is a good cut. That's already enough for a first down. Gets to the 45-yard line. Already to the 45-yard line. That was Davis Price. Tyrion Davis Price with the carry. That is enough for a first down. First down to 10 at the 45. You got 2 wideouts on each side. Anthony McFarland in the backfield. Corral going to drop back. Pressure coming in. And Justin Ross makes a big catch. That's a gain of 14. Gets to the Stallions at the Kings' 41-yard line. No, scratch that. That is not Justin Ross that wears number 12. That is former defenders Jaden Mickens. Justin Ross wears 13. Jaden Mickens wears 12. That's my bad. Correction. That is Jaden. Number 12 is Jaden Mickens. I repeat, number 12 is Jaden Mickens. 12 and 13 looks familiar. I apologize. Jaden Mickens with 49 yards already. And Anthony McFarland tried to run it, but he will get a gain of 2. Will get tackled at the 39-yard line. He will get tackled at the 39-yard line. Looks like Anthony McFarland is already checking out. But look at this sold-out crowd here. That's what we're talking about. This is what we were missing right here. Like, that's what we're missing. 100% that's what we're missing. 7 minutes remaining. Stallions with the ball at the 39. Corral drop it back, and pressure come behind, and he throws it escapes the tackle, hands it off. He throws it to Connor. Connor will gain yards, but won't get the first down. He's going to be several yards short of the first down marker. But Corral could have been, he was close to being sacked. Would have been sacked right there. 46 had him. 46 had him. That was Cam Gill. Cam Gill should have had Corral. He had a chance to sack him, but he blew it. And because he missed a sack, Corral threw it to Snoop Connor. 3rd down and 3 at the 34. Handed off to Connor again, and Connor gets to the 25-20, and he will get out of bounds at the 5, tackled by Cameron Dantzler. And that is a first down for the Stallions. The Stallions really tried to make a response to regain the lead after leading 6-0. But look at those blocks up the middle. Connor finding the holes. Deion Kane trying to engage the blocker with Cameron Dantzler. This new Connor, right now, he's your guy at the running back. McFarland's good for speed, but right now, like overall, it's Connor. Looks like 6 rushes for 38 yards. First down and 10, Stallions at the 15. A little bit of a high snap, handing it off to Davis Price. And the helmet flies off of Davis Price at the 9-yard line. So that's going to be a gain of 6. That's going to be a gain of 6. Or a gain of 5, correction. 2nd down and 5. A 6-minute drive for the Stallions with 69 yards. Nice. 2nd down and 5. Chenault. And he's going to hand it out to McFarland, but McFarland is going to get gobbled up. That's a loss of 4. That's a loss of 4 on the play. That was, I don't know what call were you trying to do. Because he just completely went around Jordan Thomas. That was Daniel Gerzisiak. And he went around Jordan Thomas. Because you know what? I can just get around you. I don't need to bull rush you. I can just get around you and get to your guy. Yeah, that's a loss of 4. 3rd and 8. Corral throws it to the middle, and that is incomplete. Kane was the intended target, and that was Jaheim Thomas, the linebacker, in coverage. So now 4th and 8. Right now, like if you are the Stallions, it's like you would like to kick a field goal. But as of right now, your kicker, Jonathan Garibay, has just not been doing well in the kicking game. He missed the extra point, and he got the last one, and his last field goal got blocked when he attempted 50. So now you're looking at for 31. It is a bit windy too, but it doesn't excuse the fact. Kick is up. This time, it is good. This time, this kick is good. The Stallions have retaken the lead with a 9-7 lead. Back and forth now. Kings will come up with a response later. Oh yeah, have you guys been hearing about did you guys hear about the Tiger Woods news? Freaking wild. That was wild. That's not even the first time that he got in trouble with that crap. Right? Because I thought he did that crap 4 years ago. It's crazy to me. Hey, fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me. You're really gonna put yourself under the influence, and you're gonna have another rollover? Come on. I don't know how people can think oh, I'm drunk. I'm just gonna drive. Yeah. What a great idea. That idea of yours sounds so flippin' wonderful. It sounded so wonderful. Yeah, 9-7 Kings. 9-7 Stallions. Yeah, new era, they're the New Jersey. They do the jerseys and hats. My voice is going to get dried out by the end of this stream. And I got 2 more games to stream. Shoot. All right, the Kings, 347. So the Stallions will get the ball at after halftime. Jake Butt. I remember him playing tight end for Michigan. Man, and I was young back then. My gosh. 3 drives, 2 scoring drives, 5.7 yards per play. That's not bad. Wonder what more AJ can do. Who gets to the 20? Who gets to the 40? That's not bad. 40-yard line is not bad. That is Jaden Sheridan with the kickoff return. Fielded for 20 yards to the 40. And Jason Bean coming back, going to the lineup now. Jason Bean heading to the lineup. 9 first downs to the Stallions, 6 for the Kings. We get first down to 10. See if we're going to get a lot more action from Lucky Jackson. See if we get a lot more action for Lucky Jackson. A little bootleg Bean. He's going to scramble around now. He's going to go deep, way deep. And that's incomplete. That was intended for Isaiah Winstead. Just could not see anybody that was open. He tried to do a bootleg, but then when he was on the run, there was already 2 Stallion players that was going after him. He was trying to go for Winstead, but then, damn. It was Caden Prather and Isaiah Winstead that just ran into each other. That is kind of unfortunate, and that kind of screwed up the synchronicity of the offense on that drive. So unfortunate. 2nd and 10. Bean going deep again in the middle, and again, it's another miscommunication. He was trying to go for Trey McKitty, but that's that is back-to-back plays where there's miscommunication. There's miscommunication. Like, he made that's a good read. I mean, you're supposed to throw it at the seam, but he just drew it in a bad place. He just threw that in a bad place. Like, what were you doing? Bean's making bad plays right now. He's got to get the communication together. He needs to get the communication together. Bean, and he's going to the sideline, and that is a catch to Prather to the 11. Caden Prather will give the Kings a first down for Louisville. Caden Prather, pretty much a fade, going onto the fade route, and Bean just connected to him just in time before the pass was even broken up. That was Hudson Clark, and going way too deep. And there's no flag. That looked like Lucky Jackson tackled him. That should have been offensive pass interference. Lucky Jackson fell down, but he tackled Stephen Gilmore. I believe that's him. Yeah, Stephen Gilmore. That should have been offensive pass interference because he got tripped up right here. It looks like he got tripped up. But we're at the 2-minute warning. So maybe at that point we might get a change. We might, but we won't know for sure. We won't know for sure. We will not know for sure. Okay. All right. Do the Kings manage to get a score in before they go to halftime? Because the Stallions get the ball at halftime. They do get the ball in by halftime. And of course, you have the Russell Dickerson halftime show, representing the home opener for the Kings. Second down and 10. Jackson going in motion. He's lining up at the slot now. And Bean, he's going to go deep for the end zone. And that is incomplete, broken up. It was Stephen Gilmore there, and now it was Tank Black for the intended target. It looked like he got it, but it looks like it got knocked out of his hands. It looked like it got knocked out of his hands. And that was a clean hit. That is a clean hit by Trey Norwood. Trey Norwood makes a good defensive play right there. And Stephen Gilmore making sure he doesn't have firm possession, so Black could not maintain possession of it clearly. So really good job. Being going to hand it off to Snell, and Snell gets it to the 35, so he does get a 7-yard gain, which you're making a 4th and short. Is it worth going for it? That's the question. Or are you going to go for a long field goal to try to take the lead to make it a 10-9 lead? The offense looks like they're staying on the field. They want to go for the dagger. It looks like they're going to go for the dagger here. 4th and 4. Lucky Jackson stepping over. Here we go. Jason Bean going deep, and that is a wide open man. Isaiah Winstead to the inside the 10. Wow, wide open. Where was the coverage from the Stallions? It was pretty much a corner route, and he already ran past the corner, and you're pretty much left with Cook, the safety at the top. So if you already passed your corner and you leave the safety on your own, then what are you going to do? Being trying to run it, and he's going to get tackled around the 7. So that's a gain of 4. 57 seconds remaining. But look at that throw. And it's perfect to Isaiah Winstead. That's perfect. That was a perfect throw. Winstead was just so fast. And because you don't really have 2 high safeties, you only have 1 high safety at the top. And it's like, if you already ran 1, he can only be by himself because Cook, who was the safety on the top, Alex Cook, he has to pick, oh crap, who am I going to cover? And once you already see a receiver that's already open and then Bean throws it to Winstead, guess what? It's already too late. It's already too late. It's already going to be too late. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? It's not ideal. It's not ideal. It's a little bit. It's like a bit of a blown coverage from the Stallions. Got 57 seconds remaining. I think it was who called timeout? I think it was Stallions who called timeout because they want to get the ball back and score because they do get the ball at again. They get the ball at halftime. They do get it at halftime. We are here to shake things up. Yeah, I'm pretty much going to be waiting for the post on Twitter to see how many fans were there. Yeah, even Serena got on Twitter saying, like, not a bad first quarter, but you got to cover Lucky Jackson. Yes. All right, it was timeout called by the Kings. Bean dropped back to try to pass it. Does not get a first down, but he's really close. He will get down around the 2. They're saying, yeah, he's saying he's short of a first down. Let's see. Right there. Yeah, he's short of a first down. But he's trying to go ahead first. But he's going to be about, I think he's going to be about inches short. He's going to be real close. Really close. And that's another timeout used by the Kings. But I would not use a second timeout, though, because you're kind of giving the Stallions enough time to come up with their own drop of their own. What you want to do is you want to make sure you waste as much clock as you can on the Stallions so they won't have time to come up with the drop of their own because they get the ball in second half. So let's see. 3rd and 1. You can't do the tush push. You got to do something. Going to hand it off. And there's a fumble. There's a fumble. Did he cross the goal line first before? Did he fumble? They're calling it fumble. They're calling it a freaking fumble. They're calling it a fumble recovered by the Stallions. He fumbled before he crossed the goal line. Was that the case? Was that the case? And that's the case. Holy crap. Ian Wheeler fumbled before he crossed the goal line. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? And the Stallions get it. Are you kidding me? What the freak? I think that was a punch out by Tizzino. Kaihafa Tizzino. Are you kidding me? That's incredible. What a freaking turnover by the Stallions with a peanut punch onto Ian Wheeler by Tizzino. What the freak? Oh, that is a kick in the teeth for the Kings. So already in the first half, you got 2 turnovers. You got the interception on the first drive and then that fumble right at the 1. Fumble right before he crossed the goal line. That's unreal. That's unreal. Like what? Like what could you do? Like what could you have done? He fumbled the ball before he crossed the goal line. That's a kick in the teeth. That's a kick in the teeth. Oh, the floor. That's a show I could watch too. The floor. There's so many categories that you can never think of what you could do. But yeah, that's. Yeah, Chiavezzina, and he just boop right there. He was so close. He was so close. That was just a good job from him. Fumbled right before the goal line. Jeez. I know Wheeler's going to use a lot of his anger on that now, huh? Wow. So now the Stallions can get it. They can extend their lead, but they're at the 3. So they need to do a run play or something. All right, the Stallions. Oh, there's a bad snap! It's a bad snap! And Corral managed to throw it to an intended target. But that would have been bad. We almost had a safety. We almost had a safety. That was a bad snap. Wow, that could have been really bad. That would have been bad. Oh, crap. He's going to hand this off to Snoop Connor, and Connor will get to the 10. He will get it to the 10-yard line. But, oh, my gosh, that snap would have been so bad. But it looks like they're going to go to the halftime now. It looks like that's going to be the case. All right. We are officially at halftime. We are officially at halftime with this game. So Stallions lead 9-7 over the Kings. Not bad so far. So let's take a look at our halftime statistics, all right? We got the Stallions having a again, kind of similar total yardage, neck and neck. The Stallions contributed 154 total yards, and the Kings established 152 total yards. Kings lead in the passing yard department, but the Stallions lead in the rushing yards. The Kings lead in passing yards 109-92. The Stallions lead it 62-43. Only one penalty for the Stallions. That was a false start by Deion Kane. 9 first downs for the Stallions, 8 for the Kings. And each ran 28 total plays. But the reason why the Stallions are mainly winning is the turnovers. Having 2 turnovers in the first half, not ideal. Because you got that interception that is practically not Bean's fault. Practically, it wasn't Bean's fault. And then you also had that fumble. And, of course, you have the fumble right before the 1-yard line. But also, so right now, we already got some players that are making some good contributions here. Looking at the Stallions, so Matt Corral going 9 for 13 for 92 yards. And Jason Bean going 7 for 14, 109 yards. Does throw for a touchdown, but But the interception happened. That was pretty much practically not his fault. And the Atlanta Braves are winning 4-0 over Kansas City. I love to see it. Let's see here. Rushing wise, Snoop Connor, 7 rushes for 45 yards. That is 6.4 yards a carry. See, Jason Bieber running the ball. He has 27 rushing yards. But practically, if you only have a quarterback that does a lot more rushing than your backfield, then yeah, do you really have yourself an established run game at that point? Benny Snell with 9 yards, Sheridan with 5, Wheeler with 2, and of course, again, the fumble. Let's see, Jaden Mickens leading the receiving core for the Stallions with 49 yards on 3 catches. John Ross with 23 yards and 2 catches. And then the rest are pretty much single digits or zeros. But Lucky Jackson has been the star of this Kings offense with 50 yards and that touchdown, and he has 14 yards after catch. But the thing is about Bean was all his passes wasn't like anything like screen passes or flats. It wasn't anything like that. Because Lucky Jackson had 4 yards for 50 for 4 catches for 50 yards. Isaiah Winston got the one for 25 yards on that 1 4th down. Caden Prather got 1 for 18, and at the beginning he had Zach Davidson with the catch for 16 yards. So it's like the catches they made are pretty much contributing to the offense. They are contributing to the offense for sure. Being lucky. Alrighty. So Serena goes, yeah. So Stallions, I mean, right now, the only reason that you are winning is you are winning the defensive battle. You guys are more equal on the offense, but defensively, you guys have the edge over the Kings because you got that interception in the first quarter, and of course, freaking Zeno with the peanut punch onto Ian Wheeler. So because of those turnovers, you guys are still in the lead. Because if you did not punch the ball out before halftime, there is a good chance that you guys are losing. That's a good chance that you guys are losing. So right now they are going to get ready for the halftime show. But yeah, Jason Bean so far, yeah, that one catch with Lucky Jackson just mossed that one guy, man. But yeah, so I think if you are the Kings, what you would need to do is like, okay, how can we utilize more of our weapons on receivers? Because we got that fourth. Because again, that one play where he was when he beat that one corner on the corner route, when he beat the defensive back on the corner route, that was pretty much freaking big right there. Oh, I know I'm seeing your notes. So yes, so random guy, Stallions fans. He said halftime notes. Solid game. Stallions bend don't break defense still continues post skip holes. Stallions still tuning overall. Bender threat with his leg and decent some throws. Stallions need to step up a bit and we are good. So as of right now, yeah, like the Stallions are still looking good. It's just right now, as of right now, you should make sure that your defense are not breaking. Bend and don't break. That's been the thing that he's been telling me. He's been telling me this so many times. The Stallions defense are the defense that bend but don't break. That fumble says it. The fumble says it all. Yeah, so Deontay Johnson with the interception. Yeah. I'm going to see what he has to say. Yeah, so like I said, they're only winning because of the turnovers. right now he all right, he's not there. But still, like you're only winning because of the defensive battle. You know? It's like, yes, there's some offensive been happening, and that's really good. It's 9-7, but like I said, it's the defense that matters too. Defense take credit. The defense has to take credit. And here they come. And here he comes. Oh my gosh, it's Birmingham hot buns. Nah, no slander. We tuning up. Yeah, I'm hearing the atmosphere is electric there. Like once we're done with the game, I might look at the halftime game. I might look up the highlights. And I want to hear the crowd of what's been going on because like I watch games at low volumes because I want to at least hear like what the penalties are and stuff like that. But yeah, here just in case I do not want to get in trouble or anything. I'm just going to go ahead and just mute that real quick, just in case all of a sudden if I get copyrighted or something like that. But yeah, so that is practically where we are at. But yeah, so like I'm agreeing with some people. Like some people are saying that it's been doing well. It's been going well. We'll watch all of it. We'll watch all of it. But yeah, I want to see like what kind of yeah, I want to see what you might call it. I want to see what's the attendance account. Usually they're by the around the second half, like at around the fourth quarter, I believe. But yeah. But I'm because it's sold out, I'm hoping around 15,000. I'm expecting around 15,000 because the fact that it's a sold out crowd. It is a sold out crowd, so of course you're gonna expect 15,000. How you doing, Manny? You doing okay, Bucko? You doing all right, Bucko? Anyways. But yeah, like I love the setting here. It looks so cool. Hold on, I'm listening. A little is that Kings on Twitter saying a little wine left. Like I want to see the crowd noise for the block. Then the Lucky Jackson touchdown. There you go. The crowd is looking strong. The crowd does indeed look strong in Louisville. I gotta give here's the thing. Even before the gotta give credit to the market of Louisville, right? Before they even sold out this game, when they were announced in the season and the tickets were ready, they got the local news team just to advertise the new professional team. They got that ready, and that is just amazing. They did a great job going through local coverage. And one of the biggest problems that we had in the past UFL season was okay, can you advertise your local market? Does your locals want to watch spring football? And that's one of the biggest problems. Memphis didn't work back then. It did not work whatsoever. So that didn't work. The only cities that have been working so far, DC. So right now, DC has been working. St. Louis has been working, and for the most part, Birmingham has been working. And Michigan was working. I'm just surprised that the Panthers were the ones that saying, you know what, you guys, we're just going to release you. We're not going to use the Michigan Panthers this year. You're going to be replaced by the airplane people. But the worst with attendance was it was Memphis. If you looked at Memphis attendance numbers from last year, holy goodness, it was bad. It was so dreadful. It was so dreadful. I wasn't even kidding. It looked like the NFL season in 2020 when there was either no people there or barely any people there. That's how empty it was from most of the time. Memphis was just not the thing with Memphis is it sounded good, but there was no brand exposure. There was no local exposure. I mean, heck, Memphis has been on and off when it comes to football teams. Back then, you had the freaking Memphis South. You had the Memphis Southmen, which they did do well in their first season, and again, their season got cut short because the WFL did not have any money. And then you go to the Memphis Showboats in the 1980s, which was all right. Then you went to the Canadian Football League of the Memphis Mad Dogs. And, of course, there were some problems that Canadian Football League had with American Football League because America Stadiums barely had enough room to run 110-yard fields because most of the fields are meant for 100-yard fields or 120-yard fields because the end zones are so gosh darn – we're so ginormous. We're so gargantuan. They're so gargantuan in the end zones. And then you got the Memphis Maniacs. You had the Memphis Express, and then you brought back the Memphis Showboats. So the fact is you are on and off, on and off, on and off, on and off. Do you even trust Memphis as your market? You know? Do you even trust Memphis as your market? Sounds like no to it sounded like no to me. That's my problem. To me, it sounded like no. No, absolutely not. So you had to figure out, you really got to pick and choose which city. And for the new league and for the new brand, for the new markets, they did this mostly based on TV markets. Where are these people been watching these games? Louisville was on the top for the last 2 years. So that's why they picked Louisville. Birmingham was one of them. The same can go for New Orleans. New Orleans was up there, I believe, there last year. So they had to pick and choose, and they chose Louisville. And so far so good. Louisville's doing a good job. They're doing a good job bringing in the locals. And I really hope they can do the same thing again whenever their next home game is. Or at least close to it. Like to at least make it 10,000 consistently. Because again, like that is the goal that Mike Ripple wants. He wants 10,000 at least for every game. That's why he reduced down to soccer-sized stadiums, which again, that was a big problem. Which was a big problem last year for the UFL or the last couple of years. The stadiums they played were too big and they had to close sections. Ford Field. You're talking about the Alamo Dome. You're talking about Protective Stadium. I'll get more on Protective Stadium a little bit. You had the Liberty Memorial Stadium. And you had TDECU Stadium, right? But the stadiums that do work was right now still Audi Field and the Dome and America's Center. Audi Field is perfect. 20,000. That's how much you need. You need 20,000. You're a new brand. You should keep it 20,000. Keep it small. 20,000 is good. It's not too big. No, it's not too small. The Dome, because St. Louis has been stripped from their from the football team in the NFL, I believe twice. Because you had the St. Louis Cardinals before they moved to Arizona, and then you had St. Louis Rams from 1995 to 2016. So, of course, NFL fans that lived in St. Louis were pissed. So then once they heard that there was football being brought back in St. Louis of the Battlehawks, everybody was happy. Then COVID shut down in 2020. And then when they heard that the team name is brought back in 2023, they came up swinging again. In the 2024 season, they brought in 40,000 people, which is freaking outstanding. Like they were opening. St. Louis is a brilliant market because they once had an NFL team, and they were in desperate of needing a football team, a professional football team. The St. Louis is that market, and I would think if the UFL for some reason removed St. Louis, yeah, I mean everybody would be livid. I would be livid too, because right now, like the Defenders, the Battlehawks, like they have it going. They know how to give the fan base like what they want. Protect the stadium right now. Like I'm seeing some sections being not only open, but also ones that are being a bit sold out. But they won't have their home game until April 18th. And also need to avoid games like Easter, which they are playing on Easter, but they're playing it later. But definitely the worst thing they had. I think, like, if it wasn't for that game on Mother's Day, the Stallions would not been one of those teams that would be considered removing, because I felt like the Mother's Day game was pretty much it was a straw that broke the camel's back in terms of considering who's going to leave and who's going to stay. In my opinion, anyway. In my opinion. So, but Birmingham works. I mean, like they have a great TV. I mean, they have a great TV market. I mean, of course, they're going to have a good TV market. Excuse me. But yeah, so like a random guy said, when it comes to the two terms of the game, Yeah, UFL so much momentum at this opener compared to last year. Yeah. Late. No, I agree. Like the one game from last year was this game is definitely stronger than it was last year because, of course, the biggest difference, sold out crowd. That's the big that is the big difference. The big difference is the sold out crowd. So, have your fingers not gotten frostbite on the sidelines? Oh my goodness! But yeah, like it's cold, and cold. Looks like they just got done with the halftime show. I hope that's the case. I hope that's the case. I hope that's the case there. Anyways. But yeah. Anyways, so definitely make sure we are back tomorrow at 12 Eastern between the defenders and the Battlehawks. So definitely stay tuned for that. So we're gonna cover that game, and then we're gonna cover one game on Sunday between the Aviators and the Storm. But yeah, so definitely keep an eye out on those games. Because I believe we are about to get ready to kick off for the second half once they are done with the advertisements. Yeah, so was that Dean Blandino? This is just beginning. See what more can the UFL do? What more can they do? Yeah, hey Jimmy, it's like offensive pass interference. Talk about when Lucky Jackson tackled him. Yeah. 9 to 7. 9 to 7. Yeah, Matt Corral. Yeah, so far he played all right. He's not really making any turnover-worthy mistakes. And you can say the same thing with Jason Bean, but you can say, "Oh, but what about the interception?" The interception is mainly not his fault. It's because the receiver can't catch. The receiver couldn't catch it. So right now, but the quarterbacks are playing fine. Jason Bean and Matt Corral are playing fine. They are playing fine. New teams and new rules. Tomorrow for Eastern Houston and Dallas, the Texas showdown. Let's get it, man. Ready for the second half, everybody? I'm sure am. I'm ready for the second half. Anyway, yeah, so So if you're just joining and the Stallions are leading 9-7, we are coming back from halftime in a few minutes. And the Stallions will get the ball to start off the second half. What are tight, seamless walls? One less thing to worry about. Corvettes look so expensive. They look so fancy. Like, they look so expensive. Like, geez. My lord. I ain't a Corvette enthusiast there, Chief. Just saying. I'm not a Corvette enthusiast. I'll say that for sure. I will say that, Chief. All right, we are back. All right, let's get back. That's much better. Felt like I've been rambling for about 20 minutes or something. It's probably because longer. It was probably longer because of the halftime show. But yeah, so we are about to start the third quarter. So 30 minutes down. We got 30 more to go. And this is AJ McCarron's first game ever as a head coach. So far, he's doing fine. Keep throwing it to our guys. Fans are still trying to get their snacks and stuff before they go. It's still a little bit of a cold night in Louisville, so it's getting colder and colder and colder. So, yeah, so Birmingham does have the run. Yeah, so like I'm hearing what Joe Klatt is saying that the Stallions do have a run game going. Question is, can the Kings do the same? Can the Kings reproduce that as well? It looks like the wind is keep knocking over the ball, so they need to have a holder. Looks like the wind has been picking up. The wind has been picking up. And then the ball and bloop. Yeah, so you had to hold that now. You had to hold the ball down. So now, there we go. Now the second half's kicked off at the 15. And Anthony McFarland is going to get down at the 27, looks like, from the looks of it. And returning back to the lineup is Matt Corral. Snoop Connor with 45 rushing yards. Mickens with 49 yards. Jamie Mickens used to be the receiver of the Defenders. Matt Corral's been there with the Stallions for quite some time. And Snoop Connor, that is a new face. That's definitely a new face right there. All right. Matt Corral going to hand it off to McFarland. McFarland with his feet, and here he goes past the first down marker, and he gets down to the 43. So that is a really big pickup for Anthony McFarland. That's definitely the explosive run that the Stallions want to expect from Anthony McFarland. Definitely one of the fastest players to step foot in. And you already got number 75. Your right tackle already containing a block so you can fill in the hole. Well done right there. First down and 10 for the Stallions. 3 wideouts on the bottom. Corral coming, dropping back. He's going to go throw right, and that's going to get deflected, incomplete. Justin Ross was the intended target, number 13. And that was covered. That was covered by DeAndre Prince. What did the ball just went through his hands. Yep. The ball just went through his hands. Justin Ross needs to freaking catch that then. And don't even say that was pass interference. It went through it. It went through his hands first, then the defender could touch it. And here comes McFarland again, trying to go for the run, and he's going to get a gain of 6. And he gets to the 49-yard line. It looks like McFarland's going to check out. He's going to go ahead and check out. So 3rd down and 4. Birmingham was favored 5.5 before the game started. Over under is 42.5. Dropping back, Corral's going to throw a pass, and that is going to be a catch to Jaden Mickens to the 40. To the 40. I cannot speak. I can't see. To about the 47. So, yeah, you go a little fade, and then you're a little out route to create the separation. That was almost deflected, too. Kenny Robinson trying to strip it out, but not the case here. 1st and 10 at the Kings territory. At the 46-yard line now. I'm going to hand this off to Connor, to Snoop Connor. Snoop Connor is going to get swallowed up by the Kings defenders. Led by Jaheim Thomas on the Louisville side of the ball. 2nd down and 10. So looking at 2nd down and 10 at the 46. Mickens in motion. They're going to shot pass it to Mickens. But wow. It's Xavier Carlton with that play. He did it again. Xavier Carlton just freaking got him. He just bulldozed his blocker, and he just got through. He just points at him. He just points at him when he's just lying down. Xavier Carlton can be that big. He's the big piece of this Kings defense puzzle. I'm going to give a lot of credit to Xavier Carlton. Legit stuff. 3rd and 16. And Corral's trying to go deep, and he does. And Jaden Mickens, we got it at the 30. Jaden Mickens. You know how the Stallions need to cover Lucky Jackson? Well, the friggin' Kings need to defend Jaden Mickens. Again, he was a UFL. He's a UFL champion on the defenders. So kudos to the Stallions for claiming it off before the defenders could do anything. You had him right there, and you blew it. You had an opportunity, and you blew it. Capiche? And Snoop Connor, and he is bulldozing his way. That's a gain of 7. Looking at a gain of 7. Jaden Mickens, 70 yards receiving, and the rest of the team has 43. He's putting the team on his back. Let's just say that. He's putting the team on his back. Don't we agree? He's putting the team on his back. Play action. Corral throws it to Justin Ross, and Ross, there's a flag on the play. And he is going through, and he does get a 1st down at the 5, but we don't know what the flag is going to be on. So we're going to stay tuned and wait for this flag. Ooh, it looks like Kenny Robinson and Justin Ross getting at it. That's going to be offense number 75. That's going to be on Mason Brooks. So that's foul number 2 for the Stallions right there. So you got that big play, and then that has been neglected because of a holding. So now you're going to be at the 34. And there it is right there. Can't do that. And he just pretty much just grabbed on his shoulders, grabbed hold of his shoulders, and just flung him. Can't do that. So now you're looking at that 2nd and 13. Yeah, only 2 penalties accepted by the Stallions. So 2nd and 13. Dropping back is Corral. Corral getting pressured, and that leads to throwing an inaccurate pass to Deion Kane. So now you're looking at 3rd and 13. The Kings gotta put the pressure. Matt Corral has been doing a good job throwing the ball away and not making any decisions on it. He knows where the pressure's coming, and he knows where the timing to throwing it. The Kings, however, need to find a way to get some sacks. 5 for 8 on 3rd downs for the Stallions. 3rd and 13 from the 33-yard line. Dropping back is Corral. And he looks like he's got to use his legs. And he does. And the ball pops out. Wait, the boom. Whoa. Woo. Corral got popped. He got absolutely popped. Holy hell. Boop! That's a clean hit. That's a clean freaking hit. Eric Gawar. What a hit, my man. Best hit so far. That's a clean hit. A clean hit. Boop! And it popped the ball out. What a freaking hit. Eric Gawar, man. What a play. 4th and 20. And you can't punt. You can't punt. 4th and 20. And you can't try, and you don't trust your kicker. Dropping back is Corral. He's gonna go for McFarland. And McFarland will get to the 31, and that's gonna be turnover on downs. It's King's ball. That fumble pretty much played an impact. Because if it wasn't for that fumble, the Stallions could have at least tried to go for that field goal. They could have at least tried to go for that field goal. But, oh my gosh. Freaking Eric Gawar just laid the boom on the Corral and popped the ball free. Like I said, again, I'm sensing a rivalry here. I am sensing a rivalry. Yeah. Man, yeah, former UFL champion. Marijuana and bear driver. Man. Again, like, if you're under the influence, don't do anything. Come on now. It's just, again, it's just not cool, man. Come on now. Like, come on. You're better than that. You're 100% better than that now. All right, now let's see. What can the Kings do? And that's the thing, right? The Stallions spend the half of the third quarter and got nothing. Going deep is Bean. Got him. Oh, I thought he got him. I thought he got Davidson on the seam. I thought he got him on the seam. Like he saw that. He saw that immediately. He got immediately. He got that immediately, but that was a good play by Gilmore. It's a good throw, but Gilmore made a better play. Man. That was right there, but that was just good. Bean dropping back. He's going deep again. He's saying, I'll go deep again. Bam! Got him! To Tank Black with a big catch for a first down. Man, he's like, okay, I can go deep again. Yeet! Okay, you saw me go deep with Davidson? I'll do it again. Yeet! To the 26. Holy crap. Almost to the red zone. Bean dropping back. Going deep to the end zone. This time, incomplete. Tried intended for Isaiah Winstead. Bean is not afraid to throw any deep passes. He's not afraid to throw deep passes. He's not afraid. I like that of a quarterback. Not being scared to throw any passes deep. I like that. Here we go. And that is Benny Snell, and he is going to get a gain of 2 to the 24. He's going to get a gain of 2 at the 24. 3rd and 8. So you're looking at 3rd and 8. Dropping back, Bean. This is a lucky Jackson gets it to 19, but you are 3 yards shy of the first down. So you want to go. So do you want to go for it and do the dagger, or you want to take your points and take the lead over the Stallions? What do you do? What do you do? It looks like they are going to. It looks like they are going to kick. They're going to take their points. Tanner Brown was with Oklahoma State in 2022. And you're looking at a 37-yard field goal attempt. Snap. And it's up. And that kick is good. Kings retake the lead 10-9. With 4:51 remaining in the third quarter. The Kings had got the lead back, but only leading by 1 point. Quick score. Stallions need to figure out an answer. You spent the entire third quarter, like the half of the third quarter, and just got nothing out of it. Got to be better than that, buddy. Got to be better than that, bucko. Oh, yeah, the paint. Oh, yeah, the kid with the paint. Did the Braves end up winning? Hold on, I need to check my Braves. Heck yeah, we won 6-0. That's what's up. That is what's up. Oh my goodness, and the whole AFC East won? Am I reading this right? Am I reading that way? Oh, heck yeah. Oh, yeah. That's what I'm talking about. Oh, yeah. I'll take that any given day. I'll take that. Everybody in the NL East is a winner. Everybody wins. I'll take it. Alrighty. Stallions, your offense is ready to go. Ready to go. Yeah, he's not having a terrible game. Kind of reminds me of Jordan Tayamu, in a sense. Returning a kick now, gets to the 34, 35-yard line. That was Laviska Chenault. Yeah, the sideline videos. Yeah, I do like they go more in depth, like how they learn. Like, okay, what happened here? What happened? How do you get the guy so open? Corral with a big pass. It looks like a little bit of a pick play. Oh my gosh, the cutback for John Ross. Oh my goodness. And you're running the other way. Look at John Ross with the cutback past the 40. And he's going to get down to the 30, but there is a flag on the play. There's some laundry, so we don't know what flag it could be. But get a tip from John Ross regardless. It looks like they're going to be on the Stallions. Yeah, I know him. They were trying to run a pick play, but he ran into one of the defenders. So there's Mickens. So he's trying to do a screen to John Ross. But then right there, you cannot engage the block when you're running with these types of passes. Pick plays are tricky because you can't make contact with the block when you're trying to tackle someone or you're trying to prevent the catcher to get tackled immediately. But if you're trying to find a way to get in someone's way without touching it, that's the major key to running pick plays. If you're just engaging with the block, then yes, of course, you are going to get flagged. And that's exactly what happened to Jaden Mickens. He engaged with the block. He didn't try to get into someone's way without making contact. That's the problem. And Davis Price will only get about a yard or two on a run. So you're looking at 2nd and 18, 2nd and 19. So right now the Stallions are kind of having their backs against the wall. 2nd and 17 now. $217 total yards for the Stallions, 202 for the Kings. A horse team will win. The question is, which one? 2nd and 17, Corral, drop it back. That's going to be, that looked like a hole right there. Corral going deep, and that's going to get deflected, incomplete. That's DeAndre Prince with the deflection off, with the deflection. 3rd and 17. It looked like holding on 69, the right tackle. That looked like a hold to me. That should have called a hold right there because he was kind of grabbing him like this. Should have been a hold. Should have been a hold. So 3rd and 17 for the Stallions at the 29. Corral, pressure coming. And did he make the catch again? Jaden Mickens. And he did. Wow. Corral slinging it to Mickens. Mickens probably at 90 yards already. Jeez. Who the heck is covering this kid? Who is covering Mickens? Jaden Mickens. Playing like he's in the UFL championship game all over again. Hot damn. 1st and 10 at the 47. 95 yards for Mickens. Golly. Gain of 1 for Davis Price. 2nd down and 9. 2 minutes left until we are in the 3rd quarter. Second down and 9. All right. 2nd down and 9 at the 48-yard line. Shotgun formation. You got 3 wideouts on the left of the left side. And he's going to hand out to Connor, but Connor's going to lose 1. And that was Travis Bell, the nose tackle, making the big play right there. Minute 20 remaining, clock ticking down. We're almost at the 4th quarter. Almost to the 4th quarter. Yeah, Jaden Mickens has been unstoppable. Third down and 10. Corral going deep right side, and that's the Mickens again. He gets a 1st down. No shot. He has over 100 yards now. I think he has 8 catches for 105 yards. This kid is unstoppable. Jeez. The ball was behind, but 42 has to make that. That was Steel Chambers. He had to make that tackle. Wow. My goodness. One more play to Snoop Connor. Snoop Connor will run it right and gets a gain of 4, 2nd down 6. But we have reached the end of the third quarter. Kings lead 10-9. Entertaining game nonetheless. All right. Yep, so here. Yeah, like the Kings, like they can't cover Mickens. For some reason, they cannot cover Mickens. Like, what is it? What is it? Like, what is it? 99 yards for Mickens, actually. Jeez. See, receiving rise. Lucky Jackson, 55 yards. It's not. Oh, I thought it was Tank Black. It's probably the font that looks like it says Tank. It's Tariq Black. Okay, it's Tariq Black. Tariq Black. Gotcha. Alrighty then. All right. One in the check. All right. Alrighty, so we are now in the first 4 quarter of the UFL season. Let's freaking get it, everybody. Let's get it, everybody. Righty. Yeah, I'm gonna check on some random guy. I'm gonna see how he's doing. Come on now, stab it. see. He former UFL champion. He's been he's been unstoppable, man. Like regardless if they win or regardless if the Stallions win or lose, like Jaden Mickens has been proving a name. He's putting a name to himself in the league. Like he wants to put his name in the UFL map. The best bats on the planet. Yeah, those bats. At least the Kings one, they does look shiny. Corral gonna hand this off to Connor, and he's gonna get swallowed up. That's gonna be a loss of at least one. So that's gonna be third down for the Kings. That's gonna be third down for the Stallions. Look at those bats. Those look so shiny. So good. Look how shiny they are. The Louisville Sluggers. Baseball bat making company. Alrighty. Third down 7. That's offsides. Then I say that's offsides. Fuck it. Go deep, but that's going to be incomplete. But regardless, that's a flag on the King. So you at least get 32 here. That's offsides. So I was going to say F it this time. And you just go deep when you see that. And that was Gill with the penalty. It was Cam Gill with the penalty. So for the first time in this game, took the fourth quarter to get the Kings the first penalty of the game, which is pretty much shocking to hear. 3rd and 2. Connor with the carry, and jeez Louise! Freaking Cameron Densler. She did it again. Yoink! Just pushed them back. It's like, hey, you remember 3rd and 2? Yeah, that was cute. That's cute. Sounds like they need to go for it. They're going to kick a field goal. Go for it. For 4th and 5 at the 38. They really don't trust the kicker, don't they? There's a quick snap, but gets instantly tackled. Jaden Mickens gets the catch, but does not get a first down. Turnover on downs. It's Kings ball. It's Kings ball. It is Kings ball. Stallions looking. Kings trying to extend the lead. Pressure is coming on for the Stallions. Break. Yeah, I'm commenting that it looks like just like the Kings are trying to show like, hey, we had the better bend but don't break defense. That's what it looks like to me. That's what it looks like. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it looks like he's back. Yeah, so like Random guy is ahead of me by like a minute. So he's ahead of me for like a minute, but can't do much. I'm just so tired of being so behind everybody. I'm so sorry. Just stuck being far behind. I'll be back. We will be back. But yeah, they were just all over. Yeah, corner. It's just like, all right, Mickens is fast. We need a corner on this. So Prince, stick with him. That's pretty much what they did. And that's a good slap in the head from Chris Redmond. All righty. First down to 10 from the 34. And Bean, he's going way back. He's going deep left side. Oh my gosh! He mossed him! Holy crap! He freaking mossed him. He mossed Winstead. Mossed. He mossed Alex Cook. Oh my gosh. Dude. You got mossed. You got mossed. Alex Cook, you got mossed. Being going for the inside. He wants blood. Ooh, that's a big hit. Oh, he took a big hit. That's Isaiah Winstead down. He took a big hit. Ooh, that's not a good hit. He pretty much got knocked out almost immediately, and he had his arms up after he got hit. So they're going to step aside for commercial break. But regardless, dude, he freaking mossed him. He mossed him. Holy crap. Look at that. So Kings have 14,034 fans. That's a showcase. Good job, Louis. Good job, Kings. Really good job. That's awesome. 14,034. Great job. Great showcase for the Kings week 1. That's a great showcase. And of course, I'll keep in track of the notes. So 2026 UFL attendance. Of course, week 1. So we got the Kings with 14,034. What a way to go. Next will be so next we have Battlehawks. Then Renegades. Renegades is going to be weird because yes, their stadium is 20,000, but I think there's construction going on one half of the stadium, so it's going to be a little bit funky. And then, of course, we have the Orlando Storm on Sunday. They're still working on Isaiah Winstead. Man, that's terrible. He had that great catch. It looks like there you go. There you go, man. He's being assisted. I think he might have a concussion. They're going to show it again. It looks like concussion. Oh, yeah. He hit his head hard on the ground. He got swept by the feet, and then he hit his head hard on the grass. I think he got concussion. I think that's concussion right there. He might be out next week. I think they play the Storm next week. I think that's their next opponent. But man, Kings try to go for the score. Zach Davidson in motion. Play action. Here comes a free. And there's a catch from Zach Davidson. And Davidson kind of saved it. Right there. He was there near Bean before he got sacked. So they're down at 10. It looks like we're going to have a timeout called, and that timeout's going to be called by the Kings. They need to develop something for 3rd and 10. What can they develop at 3rd and 10? What can they do for 3rd and 10? Oh, wow. We just got breaking news from ESPN in the world of WNBA. The Connecticut Sun franchise is being sold to the Fertitta family to bring the WNBA back to Houston for the price of the WNBA team of $300 million. So the Connecticut Sun is being relocated to Houston. Wow. That's all I can say is wow. Bean dropping back, rolling on the run. And he connects to Jackson, gets the first down past the 15, and he gets tackled at the 10. Knocking on the doorstep. Knocking on the door. Hey, we have a touchdown coming up. You have a touchdown coming up. You better watch out, man. You better watch out. Gotta watch yourself out, man. We coming for you. Here comes the happy ball. And it's Lucky Jackson, man. 214 yards for Jason Bean. 1st and goal, Bean. Fires too high for Jackson. That was almost about to be picked off. Man. It was almost about to get picked off. Yeah, those overthrows. Yeah, you got to take that back. That was not only high, but it was also behind for Lucky Jackson to be able to catch it. Man. And Redmond's like, oh, you got to make a better throw than that, bucko. And off to Snell. Snell going right side, gets the gain of 2. Gives a gain of 1 or 2. Now they're looking at 3rd and goal. 10 minutes remaining in the 4th. So again, tomorrow at 12 p.m. Eastern, we are doing Defenders versus Battle Hogs. You're going to showcase my team. Snell in the backfield. 3rd and goal at the 9. They're going to rush 6 and fires it to Tariq Black, and he gets down at the 2. Do you go take your points or you go for the dagger? Do you go for the dagger if you are the Kings? What do you do? It looks like they're going to send a field goal team, which I think is I think it's a better move because you're forcing the Stallions to tie the game with a 4-point field goal or a touchdown. 60-yard field goals are not easy to make. So I do like this decision. Was it reset the game clock? I do like the decision here from Redmond. I think that is a good decision to make here. Just hope you don't miss it. And then he makes it 13-9 Kings. 13-9 Kings still in the lead. 8:37 remaining. The Stallions got to come up with something to retake the lead. Meow. Meow, meow. Meow, meow, and wow. Alrighty. Yes, so 13-9. The Kings defense is starting to become a lot more troublesome for the Stallions. Stallions got to overcome. The Kings do, however, they need to cover what's his face? Jaden Mickens. See how we are doing in the halftime. Yeah, Jaden Mickens is 103 yards now. Lucky Jackson has 76 yards and a touchdown. So those are your two star players. Jaden Mickens and Lucky Jackson. That's the problem, right? Jaden Mickens. So how many pass attempts does Corral have? 23. And Mickens has caught 9 of them. You want to know the combined yardage for the rest of the Stallions if you do not include Mickens? 23 plus 10, 33. 33 plus 7 is 40. 40 plus 6 is 46. 46 plus 5 is 51. 51 plus 2 is 53. So the rest of the team has 53 yards combined. That's about almost half. But look at the Kings, right? Lucky Jackson with 60 yards. Isaiah Winstead, before he got concussed, 60. Tariq Black, 50. Caden Prather, 18. And Zach Davidson with 16. Bam. There's a lot more distribution. There's a good amount of distribution for it's kind of similar because it's Lucky Jackson getting more catches and Mickens with more catches, but I've seen a lot more distribution with the Kings than I do with the Stallions. Chanel taking it from the 16, and oh my goodness, I think someone got hit hard that the mouthpiece just fly off. Golly. Missed opportunities to score, and yep, you got the mixed extra point going wide left. They could have been up 13-10, and then the blocked field goal. So they could be at least tied if they won. But the last 2 possessions, it's been turnover on downs ever since. The thicker kicker is Memphis right now. He's on an NFL roster on the Kings. And here comes the blitz. Ooh. And get a gain of 1. Gets a gain of 1. That's a good defensive stop right there. That was Travis Bell, the nose tackle with the stop. 2nd down, 9 to go. About 8 minutes left in the 4th quarter. Stallions pretty much have about 2 to 3 full opportunities to try and take this lead as long as the Kings don't score. 2nd down and 9. Dropping back is Corral. Corral the middle to Deion Kane, but gets tripped up for a couple-yard gain. And now it was Eric Gawar making the tackle right there. So you're looking 3rd and medium for the Stallions. 3rd and medium for the Stallions. He's telling Mason. He's talking to his right tackle. He was talking to his right tackle right there. All right, Matt Corral dropping back. He's going to go. Good catch by Deion King. He gets the first down, and he will go out of bounds at the 50. So they're right at midfield. 7:10 remaining. Yeah, 7:10 remaining. But that was a really good hands from Kane. So that's another player we need to see more. Deion Kane. Hand it off to McFarland. McFarland gets 2. He will get 2 on the play. He will get 2 on the play. Is Jaheim Thomas with tackle. So 2nd down and 7 now. So they get a gain of 3. So they're at the 48. Garibay can try to make a 4-point field goal if he wants to tie the game at 13. Dropping back, going deep, left side, and that's going to get deflected. And that is Cameron Dantzler with the deflection. He's been having himself a game, Cameron Dantzler. He has tackles for losses, and here he is covering Deion Kane. Just really good. That's just an underthrown pass from Matt Corral. Really good play. He's like, nope, get that out of here. Nope, get that out of here. Yeah, so there's 4-point field goal. 3rd down, 7. Corral try to escape, and Snoop Connor gets the first down, goes out of bounds, but he does get the first down. 5.5 minutes remaining. The Stallions, they're no longer in the 4-point field goal range, so now it's touchdown to take the lead. It is now touchdown to take the lead. Because now it's touchdown to take the lead. Nothing. 1st and 10 for the Stallions. Hand it off to Snoop Connor. Now they're at this 4-point field goal range because he just took a loss of 2, I believe. The Kings defense doing a really fantastic job just containing them. Just containing that run game. Making sure they are not doing anything out of the ordinary. 2nd and 10. So now you're looking at 2nd and 10. So there was no gain. So they're stuck at the 40. So you're still for 3 points. Hanging on. Play action. Going deep. And looks like Justin Ross wasn't paying attention that he was being thrown to. So it looks like that's a little bit of a miscommunication from Corral and Justin Ross. From what it looks like. 4.5 minutes remaining. Time is tick, 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 tick. Clock is ticking, my dudes. Clock is ticking. Tick, tick, people. Tick, tick, tick. 3rd and 10. 4 minutes. Here comes the blitz. Corral in the middle, and that is a catch by Justin Ross. That's a catch and a first down for Justin Ross. The Stallions are still alive on this drive. They are still alive for this drive. That's a good catch. That's a fantastic catch. And there is a King player down. There's a King player down, so they're going to go ahead and step aside. So they're going to go ahead and step aside the commercial break. Yeah, wish a full recovery for him as well. All right, guys, gather around. We're near the end game now. Stallions are knocking on the door, try to take the lead over the Kings. Kings in the lead 13-9. Kings in the lead 13-9. Stallions have gotten the first down and passed the 4-point field goal range, so they can't kick a 4-point field goal. So now they're at a touchdown or not. It's boom or bust time. Boom or bust time for the Stallions. But I don't know who. They didn't really show who was the injured King player that was down. So hopefully nobody that could be too impactful. But regardless, any injury can disrupt the rhythm and flow of the game. Kenny Robinson. So it's Kenny Robinson. Oh, damn. You kicked him right in the head. God damn. Wow. That's one way to get hurt. Just an accidental kick to the helmet. That is quite unfortunate right there, my friend. Quite unfortunate. 1st and 10 from the 24. Handing it off. Matt Corral's going to keep it. And he had room, but he slid at the 20. He slipped and fell at the 20. That's a gain of 4. 320. Stallions going to try to milk as much clock as they can to try to put the dagger to the Kings before time expires. It is 13-9. Stallions have the ball. It is 2nd down and 6. 3 minutes left remaining. Because are you going to take a field goal, go for the onside kick, which is 4th and 12, or you're going to go for it? It looks like a 1st down right there for the Stallions. Looks like there's going to be a 1st down to the 14. 1st and 10, 2:41 remaining. So clock is ticking really, really fast. Matt Corral, 20 for 29, 196 yards. So he's close to 200 yards for this game. The Kings really trying to stand strong here. Snoop Connor has been the player. He's going to hand it off to, and great trip up. And it's Cameron Dantzler. Tripped up tackle to make sure McFarland does not go anywhere. And ladies and gentlemen, we have reached the 2-minute warning here. We have the 2-minute warning right here. We have the 2-minute warning. Watch out now. So it will be 2nd down and 10. Watch out now. Grab your popcorn, grab your drinks. This is going to get interesting. Kings having their backs against the wall on the defense. The Stallions want to try to put the dagger, put the Kings out of their misery. Can the Stallions score this touchdown and take this lead? We need to wait and find out. That's right, Manny. We need to wait and find out. We need to wait and find out. Meow. What's up, Moses Cortez? Come on, Kings. Yeah, right now, we true underdogs. The horse, regardless who wins, the horse is going to win. The horse is going to win. The horses will win. Question is, which horse? Birmingham or is it Louisville? That's why you're here. That's why you're here for the final 2 minutes of this game, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, man. 2nd down and 10. That's where we are at last time. Please end the commercials. I really want to see, we all want to see how the game ends. We all want to see how this game ends. Final 2 minutes. Stallions 3 timeouts. Kings have 2. And they both have a challenge. They have that one golden challenge that they can use. Right now, this game, it may not be low scoring, but feels like it has a lot of things. Good explosive offensive moments and some good defensive moments. It may not be as high scoring as we hope it would be. But hey, we take those. I'll take a close game any day of the week. I'll take a close game any day of the week. All right. What does the Stallions do? 2nd and 10. I think they're at the 14 still. They are at the 14. Looks like man-to-man on the top. He might go for that route. Pop it back, and he does. And that is a touchdown to Justin Ross. And the Stallions will take the lead like that. The Stallions take the lead like that, and now the Kings need to answer back. And he was so focused on the Snoop that he couldn't assist Cameron Dantzler under covering him because he was more focused onto the run game. And then you're leaving Cameron Dantzler alone on his island, and there's only so much he can do. But perfect execution from Corral and Ross. Now they need to make this extra point to make it a 3-point game. Or you could go for 2 to force them a 4-point field goal. So what can you do? Do you want to force them a field goal, or do you want to go for 2? And put them in a stressful situation. What can you do? Because if you're 1 point, you're up by 3. They just need a field goal of any kind. But you can also win, but the Kings can also win the game with a 4-point field goal if they want to. Question is, does Tanner Brown have the leg? The kick is up, and it doinked! Oh boy, it doinked! Oh, no, it doinked. 2 mixed extra points. A block field goal. This has not been the kicker's day. This has not been Jonathan Garabay's day. Kings can win with a field goal now. A doink. Bonk. Oh, my goodness. Dude, the Stallions need a kicker, dude. I don't think he's not their person. The special teams, like the kicking team, it's selling them the game. Selling them the game. Kings may be down by 2, but that missed extra point could give the Kings a little bit of life. It can give them a bit of life. Do the Kings do it? Do the Louisville Kings do it? That is unbelievable. What in the heck, man? You get a touchdown from Justin Ross, and then you missed it. I say after this week, like freaking Jonathan Garibay, it's getting cut. He's getting cut. Who are you going to sign as your kicker? He's not your kicker. I'm sorry, but he's not your kicker. If you have a debut where you have you have no extra points made, you missed 2 of them, and you got your field goal blocked. Like, is there another kicker you could sign? Like every Stallions fan is like, we need Brandon Aubrey. We need a thicker kicker. We need Harrison Mevis. Jonathan Garibay is not those kickers. He is not those two kickers. Absolutely not. That's just crazy. All in, baby. All in. We write the rules, we break the rules. We write the rules, we break the rules. Justin Ross with a touchdown for 14 yards. Put the Stallions up by 2, 15-13. Would have been 16-13 if it wasn't for the mixed extra point from Garibay. So now it is up to the Kings to answer and try to put the dagger in this game from week 1. After a sold-out crowd of 14,034 come to town to watch their Louisville professional team. Fielded, past the 30, past the 40, past the 45, he gets out of bounds at the 50. Hold up. Hold it. Jaden Sheridan has run to the 50 on the kickoff return. That is huge. Definitely huge for the Kings. They're at midfield. Now, if you're the Kings, you want to make it as close as possible. And if they get any closer, this is where the Stallions need to call their timeouts. First down and 10 from midfield, Jason Bean. 2 timeouts remaining. Jackson on the top of your screen. Bean is dropping back, and he's going to evade the tackle. He's going to roll to his right, and he's going to throw deep across the sideline, incomplete, out of bounds. Now you're looking at second down and 10. You're still at the 50. You don't necessarily need to go deep. What you need to do is you need to try to get as close as you can and make sure the Stallions do not get the ball back whatsoever. Because if you get this field goal as time expires, you win. You absolutely win the game. You absolutely win the game. Second down and 10. You got 3 wideouts. 10 and 5. Bean. He's going deep again, left side. And he throws a pick. He throws it under. He underthrew Tariq Black. And the Stallions have intercepted the ball. That time, that was Bean's fault. And there's a hold on the Kings as well. They're going to decline that penalty because that's Stallions' ball. Yeah, it's a close game. It was a close game. The bend don't break defense that Serenin guy has been talking to me about. Yeah, I'm shocked it wasn't a blowout either. But that's a hold right there. But that's going to get denied. Just way too much. Had way too much air. Not a lot of power. And now gets intercepted by Hudson Clark. He gets intercepted by. Yeah, it's clear. It's a clear hold too. Like replacement refs can freaking spot that. Replacement refs can spot that. So now the Kings are going to be forced to use all their timeouts. They are going to force all their timeouts. So there's slim chance that the Kings could win it. Slim chance. Right now they're just going to run it. If they get a first down, then that's going to be game. So you're going to call a timeout right there. You can call a timeout here. Well, that's in Clark. Second timeout. Taken out. Yeah, he played a solid game until he threw. Yeah, he was playing solid until he threw that pick. Until that pick. And it's devastating too, because that can happen to all those good performances. Like you can have a really good performance, and then at the very end, you throw that game-losing interception, and then it's like it just derails the experience of what you just had on the field. It's like, okay, so what happened to the moments before the interception? Was he not good then? You know? Like that's the difference. Second down 3. They just need 3 more yards. And that is going to lose 2 yards on this one. Timeout from Louisville. So that's going to, so there goes all the Kings timeouts. So that gets rid of all the Kings timeouts. So again, so if Stallions get this first down, game over. It's going to be game over. So you really, really, really need. But yeah, it's another thing. Do you pass it or do you run it? It's 3rd and 5. Do you pass or you run it? Matt Corral is really good with getting rid of the ball, really getting rid of the ball quickly. He's really good with those RPOs. And trough right, split for a dog. That's what they're saying. So that's what the Stallions are saying. Trough right, split for a dog. Man-to-man on the top right here. I'm seeing it. And Corral's going to keep it, but he's going to slide. And he will lose 2 yards. So 35 seconds on the. There's 35 seconds now. There's a slim chance. It's not likely, but it's a slim chance. But the clock stopped at 1 minute and 2 seconds for some reason. It looks like game operator clock decided to. They just want to reset the game clock. That's what they need to do. But now the Stallions got to punt that ball away. There's the play clock going. Yeah. It was weird too, yeah, because it's like the play clock was running, but not the game clock. Not the actual game clock. It wasn't running. Like it stopped at 102 randomly, but the play clock was still going. But you have about just under 30 seconds to try to get a field goal out of it. And then McCarron's going to call his timeout right now. 32 seconds. Timeout remaining. Yeah, call their timeout. But yeah, that first play with the pick, man, the punch, 3 turnovers for the Kings. That Kings got to clean up the turnovers. That's what they need to do. They need to clean up on the turnovers. And Bean, that was on Bean right there. 13 points allowed, 3 takeaways, and only allowed 46 yards rushing. And mostly everybody left because because 1, it's very cold, and number 2, they think the game is over too, which is slim, but I think the Stallions got it, but they got to go for the block. 4th down 7 with the punt. They're going to call for a fair catch. Oh, hold on. It was a little short, so it's going to be around the 43. 24 seconds, so you need to be out of bounds at all times. You got to be what you need to be is you got to get Tanner Brown in the field. You got to get Tanner Brown in the field goal range. You got your own 42. His career long is back in 2022 when he kicked for 52 yards. He kicked 52 yards. So you got some fuel. So you need fuel to work with if you are the Kings. You still can work middle field, but you got to freaking spike it. But you got to spike that thing fast. See, now they're all being spread apart. They're going to play the edges. Bean needs to get rid of it quick. And he gets sacked. He gets sacked at the 40, at the 35. They got to go ahead and spike it if they need to. And the Stallions got to call a timeout because the players were freaking celebrating. Stallions got to call a timeout because the Kings were trying to hike the ball, were going to hike the ball, and everybody was celebrating like the game is over. It's a good thing McCarron used a timeout there. And the game needs to be over. A game needs to be over. With 5 seconds remaining. With 5 seconds remaining. For one more play. Near at their own 35 is a long shot. It is a long shot for the Kings. Final play of the game. Bean will go through the middle. Will dump off a pass, and Jackson will get tackled. And that's it. The Stallions win against the Kings 15-3. This was a fine game. This was a fine game. 15-13. Stallions over the Kings. Sellout crowd and having a sellout crowd with a close game. And again, it's a way to open the season. It is definitely a way to open the season. So, there you freaking go. I'm just one person I need to call him. Check how he's doing. Yeah, me neither. I'm glad it wasn't a blowout either.
Hello.
Like you said, man. Like you said. Bend, but don't break.
Oh, dude. Okay, I'll give props to the Louisville Kings defense. I am going to give them props tonight for coming in clutch.
Yeah.
I will say that.
Uh-huh.
So it's just like this was definitely a game that it was obviously too close for comfort for the Stallions.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, of course, I as much people are going to blame Garibay for the missed kicks, which you could say that's a possible miss of what, 1 extra point.
He missed 2 extra points and he had a field goal blocked.
Yeah, So therefore, potential 8 points.
I say about right. No, because he missed a field goal because it was a 50-yarder. So he missed. That was 5 points he missed.
All right, 5 points. I guess the other thing I'm also thinking about is the Stallions going for it on 4th down a couple times, which I understand the reasoning as to why. So those are also missed potential, another 6 potential points there.
Uh-huh.
So 11 potential points for the Stallions. You could say this game could have been easily done a 26-13 game, but I mean the Stallions secondary did get torched a couple times, as you saw this game. Jason Bean, Jason Bean did show he has some flashes to his game, both on the feet and his throwing ability. I think a lot of people were questioning the the long ball throwing. But I mean, given that the Stallions has been torched a couple times this past throughout the game, I completely understand the idea behind it, especially during that big play with Isaiah Winstead. Unfortunately,
yeah, that was rough from Winstead. Like
yeah.
he literally mossed like Alex Cook, and then he later gets swept under his feet and his head hit the grass.
Yeah, I wish for a quick recovery. Hopefully, it's not too. Hopefully, it's not too serious. And
I hope it's not that serious too. But I feel like he's gonna miss at least next week against the Storm. At least.
Yeah, I think definitely. I think that's guaranteed. Next week, he is probably going to be inactive for a Storm game.
Yeah, because that looked like it hurt.
I mean, I will say this: the Kings. I mean, they're not looking like the Memphis Showboats.
They don't look like him at least. I mean, there's only one game, but we can only like wait until like we're like 3 to 4 weeks in, and then we know like separated the teams that are the good, like the great, the good, the meh, and the bad.
Yeah.
Like we're not yet at the territory where we can separate who's good, who's great, and who's bad. Like we're not at that territory yet.
Yeah.
So
but
like
as of right now. I mean, as of right now, because if you had seen if it was the Showboats, you definitely could tell that they probably would have. The Stallions might have probably gotten that game, could have taken care of that game. Maybe still make a couple mistakes, but I think the Stallions would have probably still taken care of was the Showboats of old. But with the Louisville Kings, I think the defense, they played phenomenal tonight. I mean, granted, Taylor Siski's play calling did come up with a big couple of question marks, but I mean, overall, I mean, Stallions came in clutch when needed to, even despite the close for comfort. But I mean, hey, even in the post-Skip Holtz era, bend and don't break.
Bend and don't break.
Philosophy for the Stallions.
Yeah. Yeah, pretty much like the King. Pretty much the reason why the Kings lose was because they made too many turnovers. They had 3 turnovers. You had an interception that Zach Davison can't catch, and you had to fumble right at the one. They're trying to. Looks like somebody wants to try to cosplay Braylon Allen on the Jets for some reason, and then of course you got that deep ball. The Jason Bean like throwing those deep balls, he's giving me vibes of Jordan Tayamu. Like he's reminding me of him like before like he made that run in 2024. Like he's not afraid to go deep, but also at the same time, it's like where's the consistency?
Yeah, I mean, again, Jason Bean did show flashes tonight. I definitely see why he could be a potential starting quarterback, but I mean, I feel like there's just been a little bit too much inconsistency. I think there was just a big inconsistency with them tonight.
Yeah,
but I mean, going up against that Stallions defense, though, it was already going to be a task as it is, a tough task as it is. So hopefully within the next 3 or 4 weeks, so he finally kind of gets a bit more in his groove. Maybe he could potentially be a very good quarterback in the league. So that is something to look at. But Matt Corral, I will say this: he played a lot better. I mean, as I've seen,
he was releasing that ball quick.
Yeah, I mean, he learned. No turnovers for him tonight. Thank God. I thought that was kind of one of the things that was going to be concerning tonight. But no, he played a pretty clean game. And then, granted, I feel like, again, part of those reasons, and even then, he was not really entirely at his fault for why the Stallions, offense kind of, going in a halt, when we get to near, the red zone or at red zone territory. It's, first, that one holding call, to that got Justice Ross or not Justice Ross, John Ross. Sorry. Yeah, John Ross.
Yeah.
To a pretty big gain. And then, and then, I guess, sorry, that was the OPI, Jaden Mickens called the OPI from Mickens, which, you know what? If there's an offensive player I'll also like to thank tonight, that is Jaden Mickens.
Jaden Mickens was unstoppable. 9 catches, 103 yards. And also on the Kings, Lucky Jackson, 6 catches, 76 yards. Winstead had 60 yards for 2 catches. Tariq Black, 3 catches and 57. I felt like at least got to give credit to the Kings. It's like they were more spread out with their offensive weapons than I saw with the passing for like, say like the, I don't know. But it looks like a lot more players were catching balls on the Stallions from what I'm seeing here on the live stats.
Yeah, but I feel like when, I guess if we're looking in terms of impact, I feel like I think the Kings definitely could have gotten away with this game.
They could have.
I feel like this game would have been like either one of the side of the team could have gotten away with it, but since both defenses did came in with bend and don't break for both sides, it was pretty much still anyone's ball game. I mean, I'll give props to the Louisville Kings. I had them 8 on my power rankings this week. So I will see how the other games will go this weekend. Maybe things could be changed, but I'll give props to Louisville Kings.
Yeah, it was a good close game with a sold out crowd no matter what. Definitely a much better game than we had last year. It's opener.
Yeah.
But
and another thing aside, the halftime show, I watched some of it. Even though I'm not a big country music fan, but I think the halftime show setup was pretty well run, because I think a part of me when they announced the halftime shows, I was thinking like, this could go like similar to like the Detroit Lions Thanksgiving halftime show, where it's not really like, or it's kind of poorly run. It just like there's no like interest or liveliness, but no, and also it works, and I feel like the halftime show definitely made it good for both the TV side of things and the live audience side of things for sure. So, I mean, this was a great start in the UFL in general.
Yes.
So this is, but yeah, I feel like this was a pretty good start for the UFL.
I agree. So tomorrow it's your boy's turn to watch the game.
Yeah.
And it's against a heated rival that is St. Louis.
Yeah, Hakeem is apparently inactive for tomorrow. So
who's it? Wait. Who's inactive?
Hakeem Butler.
What? Get the hell out! Really?
Yeah. No, I saw from you know who Emma Ryan is?
That's right. She's the Battlehawk girl, right?
Yeah. She said it, and I had to look at it. Yeah, Hakeem Butler's gonna be inactive tomorrow. So
my jaw is dropped. But it doesn't matter, because I still think St. Louis is gonna put up a good fight against DC.
I know this will be a very close game. I think this is going to be another scrappy one. I have the DC Defenders winning 31-29, but I feel like this is going to be anyone's ball game kind of a deal.
Yeah, I think this is going to be anybody's ball game.
Yeah, I feel like this week might be anyone's ball game, especially. I think the game I'm very interested in, aside from today's game, was Orlando versus Columbus, because just to see how the two new teams are going to face each other.
Yeah, they're the new kids on the block.
Yeah.
But regardless, this is going to be, oh boy.
Yeah.
And then of course tomorrow you have what you call it?
Gamblers Renegades.
So that one should be interesting as well. It's like a rivalry day that day. It's a rivalry day tomorrow.
Yeah. Past 2 matchups in the Houston Rough Gamblers versus Renegades era. It's a 1-1 series. Gamblers got the first one in 24, and then Renegades got the other one in 25 by 2 points. So, I didn't expect a very low scoring game for this one, because not saying because of Austin Reed or anything. That it's just I think both defenses are gonna show up to on Saturday. So that is gonna be something to watch out for.
Yeah.
All right, man. Oh, nice talking to you.
Yeah. Glad to see you. So you got your prescription. Your prescriptions was just in time.
Just in time. I think I will make an SRG pharmacy notification out. All right, man. Yeah, have yourself a good night.
All right, have yourself a good night, man. But yeah, like it was. Yeah, so again, like this was a good start to the UFL season. So this was just one game. We got two more. We got two more to stream this week. So join me tomorrow with my personal game of the week. Defenders taking on the St. Louis Battlehawks. 12 p.m. Eastern, and I will see you guys there. Have yourselves a good night, everybody.